and by morning time, they're ready to take it to the floor. And then, hello, Muckster. How's the internet today?
Well, the internet seems okay. I was having trouble getting audio working coming in.
Oh, well, we would be fine if we couldn't hear you. That would be great. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Happy 4th, Peace Dynamo. Long time no see. So far, it's just Nerdy and Peace. Nobody else likes us, Muckster. Haven't really been active lately on the YouTube, except for posting a lot of personal hiking and kayaking and stuff like that. Paul and I discussed it. We're too tired to give a fuck about the fireworks, so we had pie and called it a 4th of July weekend. Alan Killian, how you doing? Howard, how you doing? I don't know how much you heard. I was just talking about how they illegally passed this bill. However, good news. It doesn't give the executive more power. And that poor idiot of an orange man, he thinks he signed into law that he got more power. He didn't.
Yeah.
The Senate Democrats got that shit out of there. It's all financial shit. And a lot of it's bad for red states. Wait till they figure out what they elected. I'm not looking forward to the $4 trillion addition to our deficit. I'm not looking forward to a lot of human beings losing benefits. But I guess I have to be honest. I'm looking forward to the fraud and Floyd. I've seen these people come up on Facebook and TikTok and X and YouTube complaining about this isn't what I voted for. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Actually, you voted for a lot worse.
That's pretty much the same thing I've been thinking.
Yeah.
I've been having these discussions with some morons on Facebook. I'm just waiting for a couple of months when they start going, well, I don't know what to do. They want to kick my grandmother out of the nursing home because her Medicare doesn't cover it anymore. Hey, my kids brought a note home from school saying we have to start paying for their lunch. So I know some of those people that are whining the most about, oh, well, they're just getting rid of all the freeloaders and this and that. I know that if they aren't now, I know for a fact some of them in the past have gotten some sort of government help, food stamps, rent, whatever.
The Medicaid, Medicare, food stamp ratio in rural red state areas is much higher than people like to stigmatize the inner cities. I mean, it exists everywhere. It's a human issue. It's not a red state, blue state issue. But yeah, the red state folks, I mean, they tried to soften the blow of these slush funds. Let me see, what was it? Yeah, okay. Oh, that's on the tips. Oh, by the way, the tips turns out to be bullshit. They did write tips into it. YouTubers with your super chats. The tip stuff does not include your super chats. Lyft drivers, Uber drivers, DoorDash does not include your tips. It's for waiters, waitresses, people at the airport who carry your luggage for you. That's who it's for. And it's only for after you make $25,000. The first $25,000. How many Denny's waitresses do you know that make $25,000? Not very many. On your $26,000 in a year, then you start getting a tax break on Medicare, Medicaid, Medicare. I'm not going to read over 800 pages of text, so I had Chat GPT read it for me, and I asked it questions based on its text. What was this, the slush fund thing? All right.
Let me read this to you though. What's on the subject?
Okay.
Because I went to Facebook. I was going to try to find the one discussion I have, and the first thing that came up is a big meme. Someone says no tax on cash tips, only if you make under $25,000 a year, and itemize your deductions, losing the $15,000 standard deductions.
Right.
So that means actually you'd have to be making quite a bit and have all kinds of deductions to make up for the $15,000 standard deduction.
That's a good
Yeah.
point. The bill adds the below the line deduction specifically for qualified tip income, meaning cash tips, typically earned by service jobs such as restaurants, salons, hospitality. Under the deduction, individuals can subtract those qualified tips before calculating their taxable income, effectively reducing their federal income tax. The caps are deductible amount at a CAPC deductible at the amount of $25,000 a year, and requires reporting via standard IRS form. Okay, where was the part? Okay, is not for the self-employed. In other words, gig workers. That's people get YouTube super chats. That's people who drive Lyft, Uber, DoorDash. The gig economy workers. No, your tips are still taxable. Of course, how many of them actually claim them? I don't know. Slush funds. Where was the slush funds? Okay, it does not modify any judicial laws or executive power laws. Yeah, fuck you, Trump. And he signed into law very happily, thinking it does. If you receive Social Security, you probably got an email in the last 24, 48 hours saying that your Social Security income is no longer taxed. That is bullshit. The bill does not repeal the statutory framework governing how Social Security income is taxed. It does not formally exempt Social Security benefits from being included in gross income. It has a temporary effect expiring after 2028. And basically that means the bill doesn't directly change the tax code's treatment of Social Security. It offers significant indirect relief to seniors who were previously paying taxes on their benefits by boosting their standard deduction. I think that's what you were just talking about. This relief is temporary and subject to income phase-outs. So that email you got, it lied to you. Let's Go TV, America, land of the free, home of the brave. God bless the taxed, brave, homeless. I don't know what the homeless get taxed. All right, back to the Medicaid, Medicare. There was something here about slush funds. They tried to feed these red state areas money to recoup the Medicaid, Medicare, and hospital cuts, but it's not going to be enough. I didn't ask for this, so Mr. Kerry, I wasn't thinking of you. That other person I don't talk about anymore, I wasn't thinking of you, but it offered this. Massive Medicaid funding losses. Rural hospitals stand to lose $50.4 billion in Medicaid reimbursements over the next decade. Elevated financial stress. Over 300 rural hospitals could shut down without financial mitigation strategies. For example, this is not my for example, this is the AI's example. Kentucky's rural hospital face potential closures impacting 200,000 residents. I don't know. When I read that, I'm thinking, gee, if I have a nurse in the family and also know these rural hospitals shut down, those nurses at the rural hospitals are going to be looking for new jobs. So now the nurse in my family, regardless of the nurse in my family works at one of those hospitals or not, she's now has a higher competition base to compete for her job. If you think you have tenure, no. You don't have tenure. Okay. Oh, there are mitigation measures. $50 billion Rural Health Transformation Program. States can apply by December 31st, 2025 to fund rural hospital resilience and innovation. $10 billion annually between 2026 and 2030. That's kind of like we're going to take 50. Each year we'll give you back 10. So they're going to have to make some adjustments. And there's a hospital stabilization fund. Senate amendments. Thank you, Democrats. Thank you, Democrats. Did I say thank you? Thank you, Democrats. I know Muxer hates it when I repeat myself, but thank you, Democrats in the Senate. In the Senate version, which is the one that got passed into law, propose $150 billion stabilization fund for safety net hospitals in rural and urban low income areas. So they're not just focused on red state or blue state. They're focusing on people who don't make a lot of money, because people say Democrats and Republicans are the same. That's the difference. Republicans want to screw the poor. Democrats want to help the poor, regardless of what area, rural and urban low income areas. It's not going to be enough, though. Oh, Alaska may have been exempted because of that deal they made with Murkowski. That coward, I owe Collins an apology. Collins and Murkowski are very famous for saying, I'm leaning against or I'm leaning for, and at the last minute they go ahead and vote with the Republicans. I thought that was going to be Collins this time. Murkowski's the one that chickened out. And what she told a reporter after a 15-second stare down was, it's okay. The Republicans in the House are so opposed to this, they're going to change it before they pass the law. Did they change it? No, they didn't change it, Murkowski. And yes, your Supreme Court votes, they did bring down Roe versus Wade. And yes, every fucking time you think, well, I'm against this, but Republicans are going to save me from it. No, you give the Republicans the room to fuck you, they're going to bend you over and fuck you. All right. Murkowski. Yeah, Murkowski. That's one of your senators, Nerdy, isn't it? Shame. Yeah, very, very much. Shame on over half of the Republicans who opined publicly said this is a bad bill before and after the Senate changes. This is a bad bill, but I'm going to vote for it. Some of them just because they were cowards from the get-go, and some of them, I forget his name, Muxer, but one of yours, one of the Congress members from Pennsylvania, he voted no after being threatened that he better not vote no. He voted no when they started wrangling him. He was one of the 5. They only got 4 back. That guy, I can't remember what area he's from, but he's from Pennsylvania. When they started threatening him, he left the building. He did not come back until it was passed. Yeah. He said, fuck you and your threats. I'm voting no, and I'm out of here. Anyway, how y'all doing? How's everyone doing tonight? It's 4th of July. Why are you watching me and not the fireworks? Oh, it's still daylight in Alaska. Okay. Anybody is welcome. Any human being is welcome. Oh, we've added Just Muxer's channel to the StreamYard. Welcome aboard, Just Muxer channel. You awake? Are you frozen?
I was waiting to see if the panel was going to start, because I just sat through a 20-minute monologue.
I'm going to out him. I haven't done a 20-minute monologue in days. And this is what I read. I miss you, assholes. Including my 20-minute monologues. Why I gotta be an asshole? You meant that for Ariel and Clementine and Nikki, didn't you? You didn't mean I'm an asshole, right?
So here's the kind of thing, just a little example of the people I'm dealing with. It's on a different browser, so I can't share it. So you'll have to try to follow the math.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a guy, who's all in favor of the big bastardized bill. He's also a big supporter of alligator Auschwitz and everything else. But
thank you.
Okay, so this was him on the thing about overtime pay, and he posts this to calculate overtime pay. Now, first of all, it's like, I need to know how to multiply times 1.5. But anyway, he's big on using ChatGPT and Google and not checking his facts. But anyway, he just mentioned that George H.W. Bush got student deferments from World War II. H.W. Bush was shot down in World War II. Anyway, let's get back to this. To calculate the overtime pay, First, calculate the overtime hourly rate, which is $15 times 1.5 equals $22.50. This is true. Then multiply the overtime hourly rate by the number of overtime hours. 22 times 50 is, with 22.50 times 20 is 450. Therefore, the total overtime pay is 450. And he goes on then to say, so that's what you're taking home. If you're making that and you get 20 hours overtime, you're taking home an extra $450 in your pocket. I tried to explain to him no, because the tax exemption that was passed was on, let's call it the overtime bonus, okay? If you're let's go to simpler numbers. If you're making $10 an hour, right? And you work an hour of overtime, that $10 becomes 15. 10 times 1.5.
For that 1 hour.
The tax exemption is not on the $15 you made for that hour. The tax exemption is on the $5 overtime bonus. And I went through like 3 different posts on that, trying to explain that to him, and he never got it. He's still like, no, you'd be getting, there's an extra $450 in your pocket. And it's like, and I didn't even bother trying to explain to him, hey, guess what? The state's still going to take tax off the whole thing.
I work a lot of overtime, so I was watching this. Yes, if to keep it simple, $10 is your hourly rate. If you work a 41st hour, that 1 hour is $15, and what they're saying is the $5 is not being taxed.
Right.
For those of you who have jobs who don't pay time and a half or double time or any special incentive, you just get paid the extra hour. There's no tax break. It's just another hour of pay that you're getting taxed on. That's only for, like you said, the bonus, the overtime bonus.
My thing, well, of course, your overtime bonus is like $180, but that's beside the point. My thing is, and I know it'll benefit you, and I have worked overtime jobs.
Mm-hmm.
My first job, a standard week, was 58 hours. More than 58 was considered extra. I mean, the 18 hours was overtime. But I mean, I'm just saying, I have collected overtime. Even if I still was working that, I don't understand why that should be exempt. It's income. Now, as far as trying to do something about tips, that's a whole other thing, because I think our whole tip system is fucked. We should be like Europe and just pay people a decent hourly wage for bringing your food and whatever.
Yeah. I actually.
As long as we don't get like fucking Mexico. Oh, hi, Ariel.
Oh, by the way, I got the text, and I did answer the I missed you guys. That was a great text. I didn't have a problem with it.
Yeah.
It hurt my feelings.
Nerdy gets sentimental sometimes.
I just came in. I wasn't sure if ICE revoked me from coming on StreamYard, so just making sure.
No, but I do have an app, and I highly recommend it. Unfortunately, it's only on iPhone. It's called Ice Blocks. I highly recommend it. It lets you know if someone has spotted ice within 5 miles of your location.
Yeah.
I watched several videos today of people fighting against ICE. Just like mobs of people coming and standing between them and the restaurant they're trying to raid. Or did you see the one where the fire company chased them out of town?
The fire company? No.
Yep.
I haven't watched a lot of YouTube.
Fire department came, well, the fire company came down the street with their trucks and the sirens blaring and a whole bunch of guys on the street, and they just came down and just pushed ICE Get the fuck out of our neighborhood.
Nerdy,
Please
I haven't
do.
been out. I haven't been out in months.
You haven't been out in months
Yeah.
because of ice in your neighborhood? Well, get the
Did
ice
Nerdy
out.
just-
They already picked up the people they're gonna pick up around here.
Mux, I want to appreciate now. Before I say anything further, tell the audience how many times have we spoken the last 5 days, other than an occasional text. I miss you assholes.
It's like 3 times a day, but only 15, 20 minutes at a time.
You lie, your feet stink, you don't love Elvis. We haven't been talking that much lately. And he came up with a term that I thought I invented myself. They've been calling
Oh,
this
the Auschwitz.
Auschwitz. I've been calling it alligator Auschwitz too. But I don't think I've put it on YouTube or anything. And I was like, oh yeah, great minds think alike.
Hey, there's
I
a
stole
new
that.
video come out on that.
You stole that what?
There's a part 2 video on the one that you sent me.
Oh, there is? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it just come out.
I stole that from the guy I've mentioned to you before. That I say he would almost make you look conservative. He's a Vietnam vet, and he quotes Robert Reich a lot. Was he an ex-secretary treasury or something? I'm sure it's that Robert Reich that I first saw mention alligator Auschwitz.
Well, it makes more sense than Alcatraz.
I put that in that Facebook page that I was just talking about, that same guy that didn't understand overtime. When I said about alligator Auschwitz, he says,
Oh, go ahead.
He goes, it is nothing like the Holocaust. And Mike, the Vietnam vet, goes, you know nothing about the Holocaust then.
Yep. It started out slow. It started out with they're coming after, they're growing to citizens now. They're going after naturalized citizens first. Well, they've already deported a few actual citizens. They've deported veterans. They deported the veterans' families. And now they're going after the naturalized citizens, real citizens. I mean, actual citizens are next. I'm sure of it. They're detaining Americans who can prove they're born citizens for several days when they're proving it right away that they're a born citizen, ID or birth certificate or whatever. They're just to be assholes because Trump thinks nothing's going to happen to them. They think they're above the law, which is alligator Alcatraz or Auschwitz, whatever you want to call it. Is it a state facility or a federal facility?
It'd be federal.
Sorry,
I thought so.
it's just my alarm.
Did you see it flooded, by the way? It has an inch of rain or an inch of water just from a regular old rain.
And they
So
were
just wait till it gets hit by
They're keeping the gators fresh.
Yeah. Well, a group of lawmakers went to it. And keep in mind, both in Florida, the state law has a law stating that lawmakers can come without any notice to inspect it, and federal law for federal facilities. So whether it's federal or state doesn't really matter because both laws governing that say that the lawmakers can come and inspect. Well, when the lawmakers went to inspect, they turned them down. They said, but by law, we're allowed to be here. Well, that's a federal law. This is state. And they were pointing out, well, it's also a state law. And then another guy spoke up, so this isn't a state operation. It's federal. You have to talk to DHS. I'm like, you keep changing your story here. Whether state or federal, lawmakers, by law, can just show up at any time and demand a tour. But they're being denied both by state and by feds. In fact, DHS did a memo very recently saying that we're not going to do this anymore. I'm like, why not? It's the law.
I don't think I posted it on YouTube. I think I just put it on Facebook. I had mentioned that Trump couldn't be bothered to even make a phone call to the family of the assassinated congresswoman, but he could take time out to go to Alligator Auschwitz. You know,
Why should he make a phone call about a dead Democrat? He said sometime in the last 48 hours, I don't remember what the event was, but he said, Democrats, I hate them.
Right.
Okay. We know. We hate you too. Oh, where is Mr. Kerry?
He's probably recording a song somewhere.
Okay.
what did I just see? He changed his name slightly again. I saw on his songs.
That's nothing new. He's always changing it.
I know it's like Mr. Kerry, aka somebody. I can't remember who it is.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was aka Ariel. You know, he's fascinated with you.
Could be. I changed my name anyways to If You Know, You Know. So,
yeah.
Legally. That sounds American. If you know, you know. What's your name? If you know, you know.
You know, that would actually be a great thing to do if you were like one of the really active First Amendment auditors or something.
Yeah.
So when the cops would come and say, give me your name. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
You're being a smart ass.
They arrest you for giving a false name and it's your real name. When they look it up, they feel like this. Yeah.
So what do you guys think of that game yesterday?
Game?
I didn't watch TV at all yesterday. Not really.
What game?
I don't know. I just assumed there'd be some kind of game on somewhere.
Yeah,
And
there was a ball game on.
I was trying to be a guy, you know. How about that game?
Okay, you know, I wasn't aware of a game, but okay, I'm tracking now. I'm tracking.
There's always some kind of a game.
Usually.
I play pocket pool.
To win, there are no losers.
Sometimes I surprise myself and I win.
All right.
The wave just hit.
Pardon?
The wave just hit. I could hear it in.
That's what it sounded like.
Whooshing. Yeah.
I'm gonna. Mux has already seen this, but I'm going to play it for the audience. I'm running both my goggles camera and my body camera. I won't know which is better until I get home and compare. I saw with the kayaking and with the first hiking video, switching between cameras, actually no, just a kayaking one, I ended up playing the same stuff twice. I'm going to try and avoid that. If I go back and forth between the two cameras, I will take extra care to make sure you're only seeing me pass that gentleman or that gentleman once. My good friend Muxter, he hates it when I'm repetitive. And, oh, by the way, my good friend Muxter, he hates it when I'm repetitive. While we're on that topic, you know, Muxter, he doesn't like it so much when I say the same thing over and over again. He hates it when I'm repetitive. That was for you, Muxter. He hates my repetitivity so much he's probably not even watching. Wow, that had some fat tires. And spoiler, he didn't watch until I made it a short.
Did you?
He did not watch the 2-hour-long video, and I was hurt by that.
Was you pedaling? Was you pedaling as you was riding?
No, it's an e-bike.
I know it's an e-bike, but you can still pedal with them.
Oh, yeah. There were points where I could pedal, but I'm like, you know what? The day before that, I did a hike and a rock climb. The day before that, I did a kayaking, and the day before that, I did another hike, which is where I twisted my ankle. So I did very little pedaling.
Okay, yeah.
Is
that the trail where you lost the phone?
Yeah, the bike trails when I lost my phone.
That was so crazy that you got that back.
I loved it. When I got to the meeting place to get my phone back, there were other guys who'd also getting their phones back from the same woman. We're starting to wonder, did she pickpocket us? No, I know she didn't pickpocket us.
You know, it's like, you know, I know I'm from Pennsylvania, but I'm very much not Amish. Asking if you're pedaling the e-bike to me is like, you go, well, yes, I could go on a hike, but I spent $25,000 fucking dollars for a car. Why would I walk? You know, it's
Well,
like,
the way he was talking, it kind of sounded like he was pedaling, but maybe it's just because he was just talking and riding.
well, it's because he's old and fat and he's out of breath just from coasting down a hill.
Yeah. I'm surprised he could ride the bike.
Yeah.
Oh, the camera didn't cover the training wheels.
Yeah, was that a 3-wheeler also, like last time?
It was a 2-wheeler.
Oh, okay.
And you can go up to 20 miles an hour on flat ground. And yeah, the idea is I said, how far will I go on a charge? He said, well, it depends on how much you pedal and how fast you go. But it can go up to 80 miles if you pedal like a normal bike and just use it as assist to get up hills or assist to get started. Mm-hmm. And so when I started building, I called it my e-assist bike. But then I realized, you know what? My legs are tired from all this hiking and kayaking. I'm just going to use the throttle. So I did very little pedaling. At one point, a guy rode right past me on a regular bike. I thought, I wonder if I can keep up with him just pedaling. No, I'm old and out of shape. So yeah, went to just the throttle, just the electricity.
That'd be me. I'd be like, so or can I get? Well, it depends on how much you pedal. So you're saying the bottom of the hill.
I'm sorry?
I'd make it to like the bottom of the hill.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, if he had the pedal.
Right. Oh, I got you. Okay. Yeah, I did.
He's also, Ariel, he's not only old and fat, he's old and fat and slow.
Yes.
I've been on that trail many times, walking, jogging, manual biking, and I never paid attention to a speed limit. And when the guy briefed me on how to use this thing, he asked me where I was going and all. He says, remember, the Mount Vernon Trail is a 15 mile an hour speed limit. I'm like, oh, I'm sure I won't go over 15 miles an hour. And I wasn't on it for 5 minutes. I looked down at the speedometer, I'm doing 20. I'm like, okay, I got to slow down here. I kept creeping up between 15 and 20.
They go faster. Yeah.
I'm sorry?
They go faster than that.
Well, I had gears, but I think he said the gears were only for pedaling. Just on throttle, full throttle, it was 20 miles an hour on flat or even slightly up. When I was going downhill,
they only do 20.
Vernon.
Okay.
Yeah, I got up to 30 at one point, but that was going downhill.
You know, whenever I saw that video, I was thinking, you know, they always say it's like riding a bicycle. You know, when you get on, you remember. I was thinking it's been so long since I've been on a bicycle. I wonder if I could actually keep balance on it. It's been so long that
I'll be honest with you, last year when me and Holly went to rent those bikes, we ended up getting the trikes. We actually had a discussion. It's been a while since I rode. Will we remember to keep it balanced? And then we saw the tricycles, like, let's get those. Yes, about 16, 18 miles, I kept my balance. On
I
two.
haven't been on a motorcycle for like,
Oh my God.
40 years.
He gave me a flashback of my childhood. I had some friends with a dirt bike. He was showing me the different selections. He said, when you're in 0, it's pedal only. But remember, when you're in 1, anytime you pull back on the throttle, no matter how much you're using the pedal, you're going. And I instantly went back to my childhood memory when, before I got on the dirt bike, I'm pulling back on the throttle and the bike starts going off without. I'm like, thank you for that part of the briefing. That would be embarrassing. 6-year-old man in Old Town Alexandria losing his bike.
Yeah, the bike shoot up from underneath you.
Yeah.
you guys won't be able to hear it, but there's the constant pop, pop, pop going off all over Osceola.
I thought I heard it. Wasn't sure if it was coming from you or from out the window. We're not doing the fireworks this year. There were some last night and there's some tonight. Yeah.
Our official big ones are tomorrow night, but Osceola is always lit up the whole week from backyards, you know.
The Native American tribe near Alligator Auschwitz, one of the spokesman, his name was the spokesman's name was Osceola or Osceola.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how you pronounce it. But oh
Well,
wow.
people even who live here pronounce it two different ways, Osceola or Osceola. I think the proper was Osceola, but it is this Osceola, and any that you see anywhere else in the country is named after Chief Osceola of the Seminoles of Florida.
Kind of funny. A few years back when Holly and I went to Yellowknife, Canada in February, we took some time out for a local AA meeting. And that night they were reading from the back of the big book where they have the stories. And there was a story about a member of a First Nation from the tribe that those people were from. I can't remember the name of the tribe. But as they're reading a paragraph or two and passing the book around, as we got to the name of the tribe, we heard three different people pronounce it three different ways. And the fourth one says, I've been a member of this tribe all my life, and I still don't know how to pronounce it. Holly and I kind of chuckled at that. In the outsiders, the non-members of the tribe. They don't call them Indians, they call them First Nations.
You don't want to get them confused with the other Indians.
Right.
You got red dots and then you got featherhead, right? Two different Indians.
Okay. So it's only passing as I was listening to radio and other conversations. Did the president make a racial or an ethnic slur today?
Oh, I did see something. I forget even who it was about, though. There was something that he said that was kind of, I can't remember now what it was.
It was one of those things. WTOP's notorious for this thing. Coming up, the president makes an apparent ethnic slur at a briefing today, and then they go into a commercial, and then I get focused on something else, and when it comes back to the story, I totally miss what it was and what the context was.
By the way, just a quick history thing since it came. One of those things that we always heard in history classes and stuff, Indians, Columbus was not calling them that because he thought he was in India. It had nothing to do with India.
Right.
It was because he said in Dios, godlike.
Oh, you thought they were
He wrote
godlike?
that they were, well, he thought they were like peaceful creatures of God, and they'd make very good slaves.
Yeah. Wow. What the hell's going on under my chair here?
Rat,
Pardon?
probably a rat.
Rat.
He only went to like two places in the Americas.
Yeah, Haiti, and where else?
No. He hit the islands out there. I believe he went to Florida. And I think it's Colombia.
Did he come to me?
Sure.
Oh.
Oh, Columbus did that?
Yeah. Christopher
You know,
Columbus.
history was my favorite subject, but it was over 50 years ago. I was thinking he'd never hit the mainland.
I think he got to Florida.
I know, because I thought Ponce de Leon was the one credited with hitting Florida.
Yeah, he was the one that was like over everything. That's why.
And then
Shylock, okay.
Cortez was the big one for like Mexico, I think. Who was the other guy?
You see.
Magellan was the Pacific, right? See what?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Didn't Cortez get out along the California coast and out that way?
You might know.
Oh, I don't remember. It was a while ago. Okay, that was somewhere in my neighborhood.
I hear him.
I'm pooped.
I'm not surprised I don't hear him out here.
Okay, that's in Muxter's neighborhood there.
Well, there was a big one.
This Monte Mater, she's awesome. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the YouTube channel Monte Mater.
No.
Montemader. Very smart. Of course.
I hardly watch any actual channels anymore. I just sort of get stuck going through all the YouTube shorts and stuff.
I'm finding it once I watch something and I click the thumbs up, it feeds other ones like it to me.
Yeah.
Every time I come back to a Monte Mater one, I'm like, I cannot disagree with a single thing she says.
Is it Mater?
Mader. I wish she would. Yeah, Mad.
Yeah, like Madre,
Yeah. Monte is a
not
mountain.
tomato.
Yeah.
Is that what Mater is? Did you say?
Mater is tomato. That's just southern for tomato out here.
No, I mean with the D though. Is that what you said is mountain?
Mountain, yeah. Monte is mountain, yeah.
Oh,
Monte. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
In Spanish, it means mountain.
Hmm.
I see her. Blonde chick,
red hair.
reddish hair. I don't know. I can't tell. Yeah.
So, see now, if I was trying to guess that from like the Latin, I would think like mother of mountains.
Okay.
You know, because of like Madre, or it could
That's
be
what it is, Monte Madre,
the
yeah.
mother. Could be the mother of three-card Monte.
Simone, I cannot argue with that. Yes.
All right. I
She's
can't
a
look at that
stooge,
one.
just like the rest of them.
She's got an earring in her nose, so I don't do those type of women's.
Not only did I have hopes, but I figured it would be Collins that would retract. Oy.
I did leave messages on the phones for my local representative and my Republican senator. I just very calmly told them I wasn't happy with their vote, and there might have been a lot of motherfucking assholes and stupid sons of bitches in the message, but you know,
It's
First Amendment still exists. Yep.
As long as you're not threatening, you can say whatever you want.
Oh my God, you have no idea how I had to stop myself from saying something like,
Yeah.
I wish you would just die in a fire.
Yeah,
Because then you know,
with that. Yeah.
knock on the door from Capitol Police.
Yeah. Senator dies at noon from a house fire. And they started looking at the phone calls. Man, Osceola just got arrested for burning down a house. Yeah. Yeah, you got to be careful. But yeah, you let them have it. Did you call Comcast?
No, I keep forgetting to do it during the day because I don't want to do it after hours because I don't want to deal with someone from Pakistan. You have better luck than an American if you do it during regular hours.
Right.
Brian Fitzpatrick is the Pennsylvania guy who voted no and then left. So they couldn't wrangle him back into a yes.
My guy he's been there now for 112 years and he has never voted against the party line.
Let's see, we can find out about Mr. Fitzpatrick's. Wikipedia. Yeah, wiki. All right. Oh, I don't feel good. Too much sun.
You don't look good. See,
wow.
how long have I been telling you guys? Do not go outside. It's bad for you.
I need
There's
the vitamin D.
sunlight. There's snakes. There's people.
He represents Pennsylvania's 1st congressional district,
I'm
which
guessing
is
South.
Franconia, Doylestown, Warminster, Levittown, Bensalem.
I think that might be down around the Philadelphia area.
Okay. Yeah, it's north of Philly. Levittown is his major city. Okay. Well, I give him a little bit of credit because he didn't let them bully him back into a yes vote like the others.
Instead, he just pushed it out.
Yeah, that's true. All right.
I don't know what I said, but Howard agreed with me, and that's always scary.
Who agreed with you?
Howard.
Howard.
Oh, so true, Muxter. I think you said Finkel was the greatest, and then he typed so true, Muxter. Oh.
I think it wasn't greatest, it was biggest, and you forgot the words that came after it.
I could have sworn I saw a text that made me think you missed me.
Well,
lie, your feet sink in your nose.
well, here's the great thing about that, though. If you assume it was about you, then you're admitting that you are an
Dude,
Yeah.
it's all about me. It's not an assumption. It
asshole.
actually is.
It said about missing assholes.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it said.
I always like when every once in a while there'll be one of those like liable cases where somebody will write a book or something, or maybe a magazine article, and they'll make it anonymous, but they'll be talking about, somebody who was a real low life, skirt chasing, child molester or whatever. And the person goes, "I'm going to sue you for talking about me."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now I did answer that text. That's because I am an asshole. So
Yeah.
I'm allowed to answer that text.
One year I was just thinking this as I'm listening to some of those big booms. The one year, 4 of us took a trip out to Ohio because they sell fireworks out there that do more than you can buy in Pennsylvania. 4 of us spent like $200 a piece. And they were having like this discount sale. We just went nuts on 4th of July.
Oh.
Hey, Wyatt.
Well, good evening, Wyatt. Hey, Wyatt, I haven't seen you in a while. What is your honest opinion of Muxter? Oh, my. Oh, my. Okay.
He's just going along with the group.
Okay. Damn fireworks are going off all over the place. Yeah, that happens every year about this time of year. I don't understand it.
I feel bad for the dogs that are out there.
Wyatt's actually been rather active lately on his own channel.
I really haven't watched much YouTube at all lately. I watched Monte Mater, but I'm watching more MSNBC than anything when I have time to watch.
We already told you the name. It's Monte Madre. Madre.
Oh, okay.
Don't say Mater.
It's Mader. That's not Madre.
Madre. It's Madre.
Madre's RE.
Yeah. I told you it's Spanish.
We don't speak Spanish here.
Well, then tell her to change her name to English, brother.
Oh,
I don't know what
kiss
you're talking about.
Kiss my culo.
Su madre, su madre.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember kids saying that. What does that mean? Su madre?
Yo mama, basically.
Tu
Oh,
madre.
Yuma.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Yeah, that's true. When I go to New York or come back from New York, I pass through PA, and if I buy fireworks at like Phantom Fireworks, they need proof that I'm not a PA resident. I'm like,
Yeah.
you only sell
I saw a video today of a guy that got arrested in Nevada. He went to the next county over to buy fireworks because they sent coupons in the mail.
Mhm.
And as he was buying them, I kept asking him like 3 times. He said, "Okay, now which ones are legal in Clark County?" And even as he was checking out, he said, "Just to double check, are these all legal in Clark County?" Yes, yes, yes. As soon as he crossed the border into Clark County, he gets pulled over. They have undercover cops in these other counties.
Wow.
And then they'll like call ahead and say, "Well, you got a green Ford Escort with this license plate that'll be coming in about a half an hour."
Oh wow.
And they gave him like a $500 fine plus confiscated the hundreds of dollars of fireworks that he bought.
Yeah, that's wrong. Dirty bastards.
I'll bet since they're undercover watching these places, they probably heard him ask, "Are they legal in Clark County?"
That was one of the things he mentioned.
Yeah.
And also the sheriff in that county told the Clark County sheriff, "Don't be sending your men into my county to work undercover anymore."
There you go. Oh yeah. We got that. Oh, that's a good point.
That'd be one of those things, though. If you were to do that, to go shopping like that,
Mm-hmm.
instead of like heading straight home, then go like in the opposite direction and go to get something to eat, and sort of do a roundabout instead of coming back in on I-92 or whatever.
North Carolina has some good places to buy fireworks. They got like these fireworks shops out there. They're year round.
Well, Pennsylvania actually has a huge fireworks factory, but it's all like the only thing that's legal here is like the ground sparkly stuff. You can get like the sparkle fountains and stuff like that. I'm not even sure if you might. Well, there's a difference between what's legal and what you can get away with. I'm not sure if even like bottle rockets are legal.
Yeah,
That is so weird. That's where Virginians, if we're this far north, that's where we go to get our good fireworks is Pennsylvania. If you're down Norfolk way, you go to the South Carolina or North Carolina.
When I drive through Pennsylvania, I think it's 278 or 287, whatever it is, that route.
Mm-hmm.
There's a big old sign there for the fireworks. I didn't know that they sold certain fireworks and others that you couldn't buy them.
Yeah. That was a weird thing.
You show them a Virginia license. You can buy the good stuff.
Yeah, about 10, 11 years ago, I rang up about $500 worth of fireworks. I think it was called Breezewood, Phantom Fireworks. And the thing that really struck me out is, do you have ID that shows you're not a PA resident? I'm like, does that mean I can't buy them? He goes, that means you can buy them. I'm like,
I was surprised when I watched that video. The guy in Nevada, they showed Phantom Fireworks. I didn't realize that was like a national thing.
Oh, I didn't either. I drove to Breezewood. Nice drive out there to Breezewood. It's right near. I think you're a stone throw from Virginia, Maryland, West Virginia, and Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
I think it's actually in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, it's kind of that. Yeah, it's Pennsylvania, but it's like South Central. It's kind of like I think there's like a couple of. I think the turnpike goes right by Breezewood, doesn't it? And
yeah,
that might be
81, because I drive right through. Yeah.
No, 81 is more. I don't think 81 comes that far, or does it?
No.
I can't remember. It's so long.
West Virginia and Maryland and Virginia is all close.
Yeah. 81 Maybe an hour east of where Breezewood is.
Okay.
Yeah, but when I used to go to Jeanette in Pittsburgh, we would get to 76 by way of Breezewood. That's how I knew
Yeah.
there was a firework place there when I had stupid money spent on fireworks. Ugh.
Yeah, but you used to drive right by the beer place and didn't even realize it was there.
Yeah, Yingling, halfway between here and my hometown.
Remember Chuck Berry did a jingle for that beer.
Oh yeah.
My Yingling, you must be drinking my Yingling.
Okay.
Yeah, that was JPP Wyatt. He played for the Giants at that time.
He's a-
Jean Paul, whatever. A great lineman. Blew his damn hand off just about.
Mhm.
He had like 2 or 3 fingers left on it.
when
Nights the rest of the day boxer.
I knew a guy, he was, the people I went to get the fireworks with, a lot of my stories involve Mary and Larry. They were part of my main group for years,
Mhm.
They were like a couple years older than me. Larry's dad was blind and missing like 3 fingers because of fireworks when he was like 18.
Hmm.
I guess he decided to hold an M80 in his hand or something like that.
Yeah. I'll do it.
Yeah.
The
I'll be
real
right
Andy.
back. I'll be right back. Let me kill that. Let me kill that.
He was blind and he could drive.
Oh yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah, they'd go like on back road, and Larry'd sit beside him saying like, "Okay, a little bit to the right, a little left. Okay, just go straight."
Yeah, that's crazy. Now he wasn't blind his whole life, was he? Or
From the time he was like 18, yeah.
oh wow.
He collected a military pension all his life because he'd signed up for the military. And I guess he'd taken the oath and that.
Right.
He hadn't reported yet, but anyway, he was a pretty cool guy though.
Yeah. Yeah, it
He was-
cool. Driving around and stuff.
He used to do shortwave radio. He would sit there for hours talking to people all over the world.
Yeah, he talked to all kind of people everywhere.
Yeah. What's cool about it? I don't know how much you. Do you know they'll send like postcards to each other? My one teacher in electronics school, he had a postcard from it was, I forget now, it was one of the Mideast princes or kings, or maybe it was the king of Morocco or something that he talked to on the shortwave.
Oh,
And then
cool.
got this postcard. They'll send these postcards that has like their, whatever their license number. It's like S1853W02 or whatever. And yeah, it's kind of a cool thing. I don't know. I imagine that's died off a lot now. Now
I think you could be
with
licensed.
the internet and everything.
I think you got to
What?
be. It's all licensed now. It's all controlled.
Oh yeah, it's always you had to have a license. CBs at the beginning you had to have a license for CB radio.
Played
That's
for
what,
the Giants, Alan. Sorry, he played for the Giants when that happened. That's JPP, John Pierre Paul, Jean, whatever his name was, JPP.
Oh, Jean, Jean. His French name, Jean Pierre.
Jason Pierre Paul.
No, Jason.
Something like that. Yeah. He still finished his career, and he still was like, I guess, Pro Bowler and all that.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was
he really messed his hand up big time, bro. It did not look good.
It was a running back for the Steelers way back who only had half a foot.
Yeah, there's a couple of players though. Like there was a kicker that had like didn't have.
Yeah, that was Tom Dempsey, I think, wasn't it?
Right? He could kick really
like-
far. They said he was flat.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
this running back, his was like lengthwise. But yeah,
Oh.
Tom Dempsey, his was across there, and so it was like the real square.
Yeah.
Oh, and then what was the name? What was the name of the? Oh man! If somebody said his name, I know who. There was the one-armed pitcher. Remember him?
Well,
Quick, Wyatt.
the Yankees had a pitcher. He didn't have a hand. He had his arm. He just didn't have the hand. So he would pitch with his his regular pitch. I guess he was a righty, and he kind of He'd switch the glove over to the hand. It was just weird the way he did it, but yeah.
Yeah, Jim Abbott. That's who I was thinking of.
There's
Wyatt. I
different
knew
ones,
you'd come up with
different
it.
ones, but yeah, I remember Jim Abbott. Yeah.
Oh God, he came back. Don't tell him he's muted. He'll never figure it out.
I'm
Yeah. It's the
not
fireworks.
muted.
They got him deaf. He went out to go smoke. Now he can't hear shit.
By the way,
prove
I meant to mention before. Did you notice the little green light up thing they put down at the bottom now on our little pictures down there? That shows whenever you talk.
Oh.
Testing one,
noticed that.
2. No. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
No, I saw a
do see
thing.
some-
When I logged in earlier
Mhm.
to test my audio, and then I came back and it wasn't working again. But anyway, I got a notification for some kind of a new thing on guest. There's supposed to be a thing, but I don't see anything on here
What's the
that
beta
it's supposed to
thing
make
up
it
here
easy.
on the right hand side? What is that? The little beta.
That's the thing for that little chat thing.
Okay.
The one that says right next to the show comments on stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's for that little chat thing that's on the screen.
I got you.
Yeah. I'm too lazy
Must
to
be.
click these things. Yeah. It's a
But
lot
the
of
way
work.
the guest thing, the way it looked to me is I assumed there was going to be another thing like how they added the thing at the bottom to make it easier to share screen and stuff. I don't know.
I don't like the comments there because I have my like if I'm watching on the TV, I have the comments turned on my TV, and it kind of like gets into it. Like the comments, my comments that are coming up from the TV are getting intertwined with those comments there.
That's
I turned it
I
off.
wondered about it. Like they don't bother me because I'm usually watching on a big screen monitor, And I wondered what it's like for other people.
Yeah, I'm on the television screen, but it comes up in the same place. Yeah, why they lost? I think they lost by a point. I didn't watch the game though. They played the Mets.
Oh, they lost to the Mets.
Yeah. I love the Nimrods who tried to combine the 1812 overture with a firework display on 4th of July. The 1812 overture has nothing to do with the wars of American independence.
Yeah.
It's about the
Why
war.
do the Yankees play the Mets every year for the 4th of July? Is
I
that
don't
a
know.
thing? I'm thinking it's a thing, but I don't know.
It's not my thing.
It seems like
Well, we know it's not your thing.
up
Your thing is
until
on your phone.
I don't know. It's probably longer ago now. The time squeezes 20, maybe it's been 30 years or more. But the National League and American League did not intertwine at all until you got to the World Series.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, they started that interleague maybe 20 years ago, maybe. I can't remember. Okay. I've been to 4th of July games though at Yankee Stadium, and let me tell you, they're always hot, man. It's not a good time to go. It's like really hot.
When I was living in Pittsburgh, I usually came home for the 4th, but I was out there the one year, and I think they had a Pirate game. They pretty sure. I don't think it was just fireworks work. But, oh my
Yeah.
God, it used to be so cool. You'd go up on Mount Washington, and you'd look down over, and the fireworks would be coming from the stadium, and it was just great. And they'd be reflecting off of the river. And
Okay, started in '97, Muxter, the interleague.
okay,
So they've been going for a while now, almost.
yeah, it's
30
about
years.
30 years. Yeah.
I said 20, but yeah.
What did I see? Oh, I think it's Back to the Future's 40 years old.
Oh wow, yeah. It's what, 87, 84,
85.
85? Okay.
Jaws is 50 years old.
Yeah, Jaws is
Wow.
77, 78.
Yeah.
Must have been 75.
I don't know what year it was. I know 70 something.
Well, you figure if it's 50 years old, it'd have to be 75.
Oh,
Am I going to have to go through this whole math class again?
Yeah, I haven't been doing the math. Listen, all I know is I didn't go swimming for about 3 years after watching that damn movie, man.
That came out.
Where I lived
When
at,
I-
the sharks swim up and down,
Oh, yeah.
going up to the Cape Cod.
I was working construction at the time, and me and another guy, another construction guy, went to see it. We were about the same age. He was obviously a couple years older than me because I was actually working illegally. I wasn't old enough to be working it, but anyway, I remember there's that one scene where the shark shows up without that gun on first.
Yeah.
That guy, his popcorn just went all over the place. He jumped.
Is that like he comes up out of the water? He sticks his head up out of the water? Or
Well, that's the we're gonna need a bigger boat scene there when he comes up out when
yeah.
it's I forget. I think it was Roy Schreider. I don't think it was Richard.
Yeah,
I think
Schreider
Roy
said,
Schreider
yeah.
was. Yeah, he was chumming the waters.
I forget the captain's name, but the captain's a good actor too.
Oh yeah, Roberts. So what is his name? Robert something.
Yeah, he was good in that.
I guess he was drunk for a lot of the movie.
It seemed like he was, that's what his role was, but
Yeah. Shaw, yeah, Robert Shaw.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, he was perfect for that role, the old grizzled captain.
Talk about
Who'd seen it all.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of some famous movie there that everyone likes. Oh, it's an old movie, and the guy that showed up to do the movie was a drunk. Oh, it's the Blazing Saddles. So the little guy there, the director, what's his name? The writer,
Mel Brooks.
Brooks, called Gene as a favor because they were friends as a favor. He says,
Oh,
"Hey man, I need you to do me a favor because this guy, I had to let him go because he's a freaking drunk and he could not do his job." He's like, "Yeah, I'll do it, but only under one condition, that I can play this role straight." Like he wasn't doing the comedy, and that was the comedy.
oh yeah.
I watched
Yeah.
this whole thing on. It's pretty cool, but yeah, that's how he got that. That's how he got that movie, man. It was
Wow.
it was already set up for somebody else.
And Richard Pryor didn't get the part of the black sheriff.
Yeah, but you know he wrote that movie too, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
it was
he
a big
wrote
part.
it.
Yeah, he
The,
wrote like half of that shit. Like he wrote all those parts for the black guy and all that.
Yeah, the studio was afraid of him.
It was because of the drugs, and he was having the controversies with the drugs. That's the only reason.
You know who was another big drunk through a lot of his movies was Dick Van Dyke.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
It's when they it's the what they call it. They
Mary Tyler Moore. She was a drunk too.
yeah.
Yeah.
What do they call that? Whenever oh, I can't think of the word now. It's like you're drunk, but you can still do the job.
A functioning alcoholic.
Functioning. That's what
Yeah.
I was looking for. Yeah, functioning alcoholic.
Yeah.
As opposed to Finkel, he has a couple of ginger ales and falls asleep.
Yeah, I'm very tired. I'm
He's a non-functioning sober.
You got you got to work tonight, Finkel.
yeah, I'm on at midnight when the holiday ends. In fact, I think I'm going to get 2 hours sleep before that. I've
I'm probably going to get 2 hours after that too, but
I've exerted a lot of energy in the last week, and I'm just pooped.
oh, they make pills for that. You don't have to go through all that work. Well,
And yeah, Wyatt, he's literally still kicking. There was that video of him not too long ago
Yeah,
dancing.
yeah.
sure that wasn't AI.
No, those are real videos, man. What are you talking about?
I know I'm playing.
It's different times of your life, but
Yeah. Hey guys, I'm going to poop this party, but we should do this more often. We haven't been doing it much lately.
Yeah, definitely.
This or chat and play.
Hey,
Yeah.
if my internet, I don't know if I'm just lucky today. Maybe a lot of people weren't on
Uh,
the internet, or if this stays. Well, that's why do you notice I just had some videos playing last night? I thought we should have some kind of content out there, let people know we're still alive.
yeah. I go through
I
subscriptions.
think I put a comment on your video. I don't know if I did or not. Oh, I hit a like.
I do that a lot with a lot of the
None of the regular
channel.
channels are live right now. None of them. Nobody's live.
There's a lot of channels I'll go in and visit them just for a couple minutes and hit the like.
Yeah. Like Monte Mater, not Madre Mater.
Okay, yeah. Monte Mater. You keep going with that one.
Okay. Yeah.
Not Monty Walsh.
Now what?
Monte Walsh. I think that was maybe a Tom Selleck movie. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna catch a couple hours before my shift because I never sleep on shift, right?
No.
You guys have a good night. I'm gonna leave it open, let you guys end it whenever you want to.
All right.
Let's hope you have a nice busy night tonight.
If you get a strike, it's Monster's fault.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Okay, guys, let's start playing some music.
That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna play some.
Hey, who
Rolling
wants
Stones.
to watch? Who wants to watch the new John Wick movie? I got that downloaded.
all right. I just
It's
removed
it's called
Ballerina.
Oh, Ballerina. Okay, yeah.
Happy
Is
birthday,
he
America.
leaving or not? Jesus, is he
All
ever
right,
getting
all right,
money?
Finkel. You
I'm
gotta
leaving,
go.
I'm leaving.
Get out of here. We're just talking. We'll see you.
Oh, hey, but let me tell you, if we do decide to watch a movie or something, I'll close my channel first.
Now, close the main Finkel channel.
About time he left.
Quick, say it.
You're over here trying to talk. He wants to talk over you. He wants to say goodbye. You already said goodbye like 15 times.
Yeah, Jesus. You don't have to go, but you can't stay here.
That's a name I haven't heard in a while.
Which one?
Todd.
Mm.
I think the boom booms are over here now. Keep hearing something. See, this dog, I don't have to worry about this. This dog's not afraid of the noises. The other dog was terrified.
The guy that used to live next door to me, he the one time for his one dog got one of those hug vests or whatever they call them, and it worked pretty good.
Okay. I would I just have to sit with him until it was over.
Yeah.
He wouldn't know what to do. He started pacing and going back and forth and looking for me, and he'd just freak out. We closed the windows, all that. Let's see if I got something to play over here. You want me to play my little video to
Yeah, you can.
the 4th of July video?
Oh, yeah, that sounds good. You know, why can't I? Northwest, right? And Mountain Girl. That's like
Yeah.
all they do anymore. Every time I click in, I get assaulted. They have it cranked up real loud. And
Oh.
there's a couple times I've gone in, I thought, oh, I'll listen to some chat, and nope.
All right, what's the name of that song? We Stand. That's it. Here it is.
Oh, notice my antenna thing really went low.
Stars in a rebel cry, wrote our freedom in the sky. From the farmers with pitchforks to the midnight riders, we held our ground against empire fighters. Took the hits, yeah, we took the pain, but we do it all again. So raise that flag high, don't let it fall. From the dirt roads to the Capitol walls, we are the people, we make the call. Still standing tall. We stand free 'cause we stood brave. From the home of the wild to the soldier's grave, blood and sweat paved the way so we can live free every day. And to our hearts when the eagle flies, fireworks burn in the southern skies. USA, USA, we shout the name. That's why we're free today. It ain't just words in a frame on a wall. It's the mother who answers the soldier's call. It's the worker clocking in at dawn. It's the right to sing this song. From the hills of Kentucky to the Texas plains, to the cities that rise through the wind and rain. We're different, but we ride the same. That freedom train, grit in our soul, pride in our bones. We don't bow and we don't moan. You mess with one, you face us all. We never fall. We stand free 'cause we stood brave. From the home of the wild to the soldier's grave, blood and sweat paved the way so we can live free every day. And to our hearts when the eagle flies, fireworks burn in the southern skies. USA, USA, we shout the name. That's why we're free today. They try to chain us, silence our fight, but liberty don't fade with the night. We are the voice
That's good.
That's a good song.
I hadn't caught that one yet.
Oh yeah, you commented on that one, man. You said it
Oh,
was.
did I?
It was. It's only the first. It's not the fourth yet.
Oh, okay. That was that one. Okay.
Yeah.
I noticed you did a bunch of Jeff Gray shorts on that
Yeah.
Idiot
Yeah.
Cop.
I think I did the. I think I linked this channel to the thing. I don't know. I went in and changed it, fixed it. See what else I got. Do I got anything else? I got a lot of stuff. I've been trying to put everything in one folder so I can find it. I got so many songs to do too. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that guy with his depositions. He's a smug son of a bitch. I remember watching when Jeff first put it on
yeah.
up. I couldn't stand to watch it the whole way through. Oh, I don't remember if I ever actually drove a car. I don't remember. I don't remember.
Yeah, he was being an ass on purpose. He still works there now. He's a trainer.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
You'd think with all the publicity, they'd have the sense to at least hold off on something like that. I mean, the guy shouldn't even be working.
No. But, you know.
That's like, I just forgot his last name, John Bryant. Oh, he said a few times, we'll go, well, we'll keep watching because you know how a lot of times they just sort of wait until it dies down and then they forget all about it.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you gotta remember this happened 2 years ago. Now is when the video he had the original video, but now is when the deposition was able to come out.
Yeah. I always get when you'll have these people that'll go, oh, you know, he just does that because he wants to sue. And it's like, if that's what he was after, those lawsuits, they always take at least a couple of years. And most of the time, he just gets, he'll just sue from for some nominal amount. But the suit will also
It's
include
the whatever the Constitution or whatever it is. I forget what it is.
yeah,
It's
yeah, I
like
remember it was
over
something like
$1,000. Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
big bucks.
But
Yeah,
but
it's the
like
whatever his name is.
it always include like retraining and stuff like that, though, too.
That's the main thing. Yeah, that he wants them to learn. And they have to do it every year for so many years, 10 years or whatever it is. I mean, really, he's not on the sidewalk in front of City Hall. You should never get run off of that place. He wasn't even in City Hall. He was on the sidewalk. He was just doing what the mayor told him what to do, though. Run him off.
Yep.
So he lied about that, too. He lied about that phone of his. And his lawyer's a dirtbag, too. You can see it by just looking at his face.
Oh, yeah.
Another dirtbag.
I did see. I'm trying to think if John Bryant commented on it or another lawyer, but he said that that guy's lawyer screwed up, and I forget exactly. There was something there. He said when the lawyer said something, and that's when the guy got to be really uncooperative. And this other
Right.
lawyer, I think it was John, was saying he just did a real disservice to his client because that's going to make him look really bad.
Yeah,
With the
I
judge
think it was
and everything.
when he asked about about the recording. What was the recording for? Was it going to be released? He goes, "That's the purpose of this." Yeah, my client. This is what my client does. This is what he wants to do. And that's what he's going to do.
Yeah.
He's right. I mean, if I don't know how the guy even works if he doesn't, he knows nothing.
Yeah.
Doesn't even know where he works at.
Pretends-
Can he tell you the name of the place?
Even when he said, "Well, did you take did you take an oath when you first became a police officer?" I don't remember. It's like,
Right.
come on, I would hope that if he would do that in actual court, the judge would hit him with contempt.
Yeah, yeah.
So it looks
Yeah,
like it's just
I like to see him in front of a judge doing that. See how long that lasts.
yeah. Because some of that I don't remember. You can get away with, but to try to get away with stuff like that, and some of
Yeah.
that stuff too, he'd ask him about. Well, do you remember Mr. Gray saying this? And he said that he had reviewed the video before testifying.
Yeah, I think he said in the
No, I
morning.
don't
I
remember.
reviewed it this morning or something.
Yeah,
And I don't want to watch it again.
and they make him a training officer.
Lord. Been working all day, man. Just moving shit.
Oh yeah.
I had to bring another bed down here. I was moving all kinds. I'm not even done, man. Not even close to done. I get no help, so gotta do it all by myself. But my woman did go out and pick some lettuce for me and gave me some lettuce with my food today, so I guess that's a plus. Gave some to the dog too. He ate that up. Let's see. So nothing new. You think you can do that on Monday then? Do that movie?
Oh yeah, that'd be an idea. If my internet stays good, yeah. I will hold off on watching it until Monday. See if it's any good. I was disappointed in how the last John Wick's movie ended.
Listen, when that man fell off that building, that one movie at the end when he gets shot or whatever, and he falls and lands in the street, and no, come on, man. How many
Yeah.
times he's been through everything. The guy doesn't die, man. This movie's
You
not.
know,
This movie's about that girl.
yeah, I know. It
Yeah,
says
he's in it, but
John Wick's.
yeah, it's a
I
spin-off.
noticed,
Yeah.
I noticed the blurb on it says that she's um, going after the people that killed her father,
Right.
and she only goes. The only name is the ballerina. So I wonder if it's going to be, oh, John Wick's had a daughter. You know?
No, I think they send John Wick to kill her, and then
Ah,
they have a little talk, and then he figures out what's going on, and then I guess he decides to join her, and then trying to kill both of them. That's what I think. Don't get me wrong, but I think that's what it is.
you know, I was thinking the other day, series that I think stayed. My phone's blinking because I said series and it thinks I'm talking to it. Um, but one that stayed good through the whole 3 movies was The Equalizer. You know, with Denzel.
Yeah.
In fact, I thought the third was the best of them.
It had a good story to it. I don't know. I think I like the second one.
I liked them all.
Yeah.
Was it there's something else I saw?
Yeah, it's been a while since I watched the movie. I tried watching something today, and it was not good.
I just watched 2 of the Lethal Weapons. I watched Lethal 4 and then went back and watched Lethal 1.
Oh yeah, Lethal One's good. 1 and 2. I don't remember
Yeah,
4. Which one that is? Joe
4.
Pesci in 4.
4. Yeah, Joe Pesci's in. Does he? See, I think they introduce him in 2, don't they?
Something
And
like
then
that.
he's in 2, 3, and 4. 4 is the one with Jet Li.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah,
Blonde hair, right? Blonde hair.
yeah. And then Riggs and what's her name have a baby, and Murtaugh's daughter has a baby at the end of it. If you remember that,
Yeah.
that was his daughter married Chris Rock, and he didn't know it.
Right.
That's when every once in a while they talk about having a Lethal 5, and I just can't imagine how they could possibly make it any good, you know?
Yeah.
Because now, I mean, they're both so old.
Yeah, Glover. Have you heard Glover's voice? Oh my lord! I don't know what happened to his voice. Sounds horrible.
What did he get?
I don't know. It's like something happened to his throat or something, man. It does not sound. Yeah, he's up there in age. I don't know how old he is. Both of them are.
Yeah, because Mel, I think Mel might be in his 70s, right?
Yeah, probably, huh?
And Glover was older than him.
Yeah, he was older. That is a good movie, though. Good series.
Yeah.
That was good. Probably the beginning of Yippee-Ki-Yay.
Die Hard.
Die Hard. Yeah, those first couple of Die Hards were good. You know, they kind of get a little stupid after a while, but.
Well, the one with I think overall it wasn't as good a movie, but it was enjoyable. The one with Samuel L. Jackson. I think that was number 3.
Yeah, that's where his name is Zeus, and he's calling him Jesus.
Yeah.
Like, why are you calling me Jesus? I ain't Puerto Rican or something like that. Everybody else calling me that. No, they're saying, "Hey, Zeus. My name is Zeus." That part was funny. Because he had the sign. Remember, he was standing out there. I don't know if he said he hated black people or so, whatever it was, man.
Yeah, it was. I think it was just, I hate N-words.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
So the song comes running in and says, "Hey Zeus, there's a white boy going to get himself killed across the street or something."
They got a new Jurassic Park out too, right?
Yeah, I just saw that. I didn't realize they were doing one until I saw it was in the movies.
Yeah. I'm kind of over with the Jurassic Park and the Transformer movies too. Good Lord.
Yeah.
They just ruined them. There's new I Know What You Did Last Summer, because they can't come up with anything original. So it's the same, I'm guessing it's the same dude, the same murder or whatever it is. So the cast, they're gonna have a young cast, but I guess some of the people from the original are in, whoever survived is in this movie.
That was one I just saw. I hadn't heard anything about it, and I saw the other day they redid Running Man.
Oh, they did.
Yeah.
Who's in that one?
Oh, let me go. Oh, that's when I think 28 years later. It's either been released or it should be released.
Yeah,
soon.
I think it's supposed to come out, right? Yeah, I want to see that.
Okay. The guy in Running Man is Glenn Powell. I do not know him. Let me see. Josh Brolin's in it. Michael Cera. Coleman Domingo.
No, Richard Dawson.
Now I wonder.
Arnold tells him, "I'll be back," and he says, "Only in reruns, only in reruns," and he hits the button and lets him go.
I see William H. Macy's in it, and there's no. It doesn't have a name for him or anything. I wonder if he might be the announcer. He seems like a good one for that.
Yeah, he's a good actor. He played the cooler, didn't he? Play the cooler. He worked at the casino. If he was winning, they sent him out.
Oh yeah, that's
and you
right.
start losing.
Yeah, there's a lot of recognizable names in it.
Yeah.
Let me.
Hopefully they did a good job with it. It's an action movie. I mean,
There's the guy that I don't recognize him. I'm sure he's been in other stuff. Let's see if it.
yeah, I don't know. I may have seen him in something else, but I just don't recognize him.
Oh, so that'd be. I don't know who that was. That
Yeah,
looks like he'd be
the announcer, the game show host.
Oh, it must be Coleman Domingo.
Okay.
Yeah, because he's the only black guy that's in the upper mentions.
Coleman Domingo. Why don't you just call himself Sunday?
Oh, Sunday. That's a good idea. I think I might have to have a bowl of ice cream after this.
You got some chocolate syrup?
No. I have some bananas. That's always good to throw on ice cream.
Yeah. I had ice cream today. It was a coconut.
That's a good one. Yeah, I haven't gotten for a while. I used to like it sometimes. You ever have tea berry?
What's that? Ice cream?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a berry. It's got kind of a cool flavor to it.
Yeah, I don't eat ice cream. This was something that Rick bought. She's on these eating all this. She can't eat she tried the coconut one. She wasn't able to swallow that. The little chunk. It's got little pieces in it. She can't get that to go down. But I told her not to buy it too. I told her it's gonna have little chunks of coconut in it. She don't listen to me. She bought those Italian ices. She likes those. The watermelon and strawberry.
Oh, yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I ain't been doing. I've been just working on the music, trying to make it better, and been making some
I
songs.
noticed you were putting quite a few out.
Yeah, I got.
Yeah,
Believe me, I got tons of music. I just got to put videos to them and stuff.
yeah, you've been doing good with that.
Yeah, just takes time to do that. Try to come up with a couple good subjects or whatever, and try to get them in the music so it sounds good.
Yeah. I was actually surprised at how political you went with some of them.
Oh yeah, I'll do some stuff from time to time. Was T-Berry?
Yeah, there was. Yeah, yep, there is a chewing gum.
Oh, that must have been 100 years ago because I don't remember that one. Maybe if I see it.
Put that out there just in case. That's right. I forgot about the tea berry gum. Tea berries actually grow wild around here.
Yeah, I get the raspberries and whatever else the berries grow out here. Big old bushes in the back.
My favorite's blackberry.
Yeah,
I like blueberry a lot.
I got a
Yeah.
little blue bush, but it don't do much. I don't know what happened to my other bush. I think someone took it out. Weed eating. It was small.
Mm. Hey, there's Carol.
There it is.
My mother used to make the blueberry pies. Oh man, they were good.
What's up, Carrie? Yeah, I love blueberries. I like blueberry muffins.
Oh yeah, pancakes.
Yo, blueberry pancakes. Those are the best, man. Yeah. I'm not big on the blueberry pie too much. It's good, but a little too rich for me.
Well, I was just gonna say, as I was sitting here thinking about it now, I don't think I would be able to eat it as much now because it is real sweet.
Yeah,
There's a lot of things like that I liked years ago, and like now I can't hardly stand to look at them. Like Mallow cups. I can remember loving them as a kid.
Right. Yeah, I used to like Twinkies, and now and first of all, I don't know what the hell they did to the taste or what. They taste funky, and they're just too damn sweet, man.
Oh. Yeah, yeah, because they are basically just a little bit of pastry wrapped around sugar.
Yeah. And they had the chocolate ones. I think those were the chocodiles. There's a couple of those. I used to like the regular chocolate cupcakes with the little swirly thing on top. What were they called? They're just chocolate cupcake. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, yeah,
A little
but
swirl
they're
from
like,
one end to the other. Yeah.
yeah,
I like those. I like Suzy Q's. Um, Ding dongs. Love ding dongs, man.
oh yeah, the ding dongs. Yep, I was trying to think of them.
Yeah, Hostess.
Ding
Yes.
ding
All
dong, and then there was another one that was like the same thing, only shaped. Swiss rolls. Yep, that's another.
yeah. I think they had a strawberry
That's
one too, like the ding dong.
those all were pretty much just sugar.
Yeah, yeah. The snowballs. The
Oh
coconut
yeah,
one's good. I like the pink one.
yeah.
I think it's made out of marshmallow, right? That over the top of
I
the
think it
cupcake is like a it's marshmallow, I believe.
might be. It's been so long since
Yeah, I
I
think it's
had one of those.
marshmallow.
It's hard to picture them. Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember I used to like them.
Trying to think of what else. I had a Hostess place just down the street from me. Like I could buy, bread for like 25 cents. I'm talking about back in the day.
That's what we used to have. One of those just down the road. That was like it was kind of like the day old. It was the stuff that
Right, right.
they didn't deliver that day, so they just took it to that
Yeah, they either overproduced or
like an
whatever.
outlet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So they would have all the cupcakes, all the goodies, man.
yeah. It was all. It was like half off what you spent in the store.
What's the name of the other? You have Hostess. What's the other? The other one's Nissan, whatever it's called. There was another store. They had the same. They had all their products too. That one I had to drive a little bit to go to that one. Yeah, zebra cakes. Yeah, I didn't like zebra. Yeah, zebra cakes are okay. I think zebra cakes are more
Yeah,
like Little Debbie though.
yeah, yeah. They were like the white ones. I don't think he meant Nestle, Carrie. I just pictured that. I can remember always having that can of Nestle Quick on the shelf.
Yeah, it had a rabbit on it, right? Is that what it was? A rabbit?
Yeah, yep, you're right.
I don't remember if he had a name or anything, but I know they have the commercial, like a little cartoon commercial. He would come out.
I'm sure he had a name. I don't know if they ever said it much.
Then I remember they came out with the syrup. It wasn't the same as the powder though.
No, it didn't.
It's a different taste and kind of bittery little kind of in it. I don't know. I can't explain.
Of course, now that I think of it, I think the powder, we always had Nestle Quick.
Yeah.
But I think whenever we had the syrup, it was Hershey's.
Yeah, I
Oh,
believe so.
I used to like the strawberry Quick too. Was there a Nestle cake?
I believe so. They make all kind of stuff. Who's the pound cake that comes in the freezer? What's the name of that? The buttered pound cake.
Not sure.
It's pound cake, anyways, but good stuff.
Do you know what the recipe for pound cake is?
What is it? That's
This is-
it.
It's called.
Sarah Lee. Sorry, Sarah Lee. She's a nerdy guy.
Oh,
Yeah, you know, it comes in a little aluminum thing, and it's got like a little paper cover, and you got to unfold the
yeah.
little corners, the little top. You slide it out. You can cut it up. It's good stuff.
But the reason it was called pound cake is the original recipe was a pound of flour, a pound of sugar, a pound of eggs, and a pound of milk.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Sarah Lee, yum yum with some milk. That's good stuff, man.
Well, nobody doesn't like Sarah Lee.
Yeah. Yeah, I watched a
What's-
video on like old recipes, and this one was one from the UK, which is spotted dick. So for a long time, it was very popular because it was very cheap. All the ingredients they could, for a couple of pences or whatever it's called over there, that they could buy. Like you could eat that almost every day. But they boil it. They boil the dough. Yeah, they wrap it in they put the raisins and stuff in it, and they put it in this cloth thing, and it looks like a giant sausage. They tie the ends and they boil it.
Oh,
and then
Because I was going to say, I thought spotted
up.
dick was sausage.
yeah, it looks like a sausage. Yeah, but it's cake. It's cake.
Oh,
Yeah. And they also have another name for it too. I just forgot what they called it though. Give me a second, Muxter. I gotta let this dog out. I hear him up there. Turn this light on so I can see. I'll be right back.
oh yeah, the old Hostess cupcakes. You know, another thing I used to eat that I probably couldn't stand to eat now is those little, I think they call them pies. You know, they're like sort of almost like hot dog rolls shaped that would have like cherry filling and stuff like that in them. You know what I mean? I think they were frosted. It's sort of like a pastry, or even like a pie crust kind of a. Yeah, kind of like that. Yep. Or more, they'd look more like a burrito, but yeah. I know they still make those things because I'll see them in the sale page and stuff. But I remember getting them out of the vending machine at school, and you'd nuke them for like 30 seconds, and they were really good that way. check something here. Yeah, I hope I can stay back. So I might just be having a good day today because a lot of people are off having picnics and getting drunk, and the internet's not as clogged. But if it stays good all weekend, we're going to try to do a movie then Monday. Do that ballerina. Ugh. I sucking up all the bandwidth, really. I've basically been with the same company for oh, over 50 years because when we first moved into town, of course, there was just a local, like Bob's Cable. It wasn't called that. It was like a area type thing. But then I think they sold to somebody before Adelphia, and then Adelphia sold to Comcast. So it's like I've always kind of had the same cable and then internet. Well, of course, Comcast calls themselves Xfinity now. Just did a speed test. It's definitely doing better than it was for a while there. Which they didn't even like seem like a holiday for me. Used to every year go over to my brother's and watch the parade, and he'd cook a bunch of food and stuff. And just sat here and tried to stay cool today. Yeah, I'm surprised it's been staying so good. I'm glad Finkel mentioned about going on tonight because pretty much all afternoon, whenever I'd look at anybody else's channels, like for a while there, the screen was always blurry, but today it was clear. Hope it stays that way. Let's see. There, might as well 4th of July it up a little bit.
Sorry about that. Don't take sweet time. Is this from today, or is that just something you have on there?
I think it's a recording.
Remember last year
It's
what we
okay.
did?
Yeah. And then remember a couple of our channels got shut down.
Yeah, mine didn't get shut down, but yeah, we run it for like 24 hours.
Yeah. That's why I think somebody
Yeah,
was fucking with us and reported
yeah,
us because
that's what it was.
if it was the AI, it would have got every channel. Plus, it took it like 6 or 7 hours
Right.
before like mine went down. Yeah, because I remember I had like 6 different songs playing on the loop with it.
Right. Let me see. Do I still have it on my channel? I may have taken it off the channel. I don't know.
That's true. I guess I could have looked for like the New York fireworks or something.
Yeah,
on it.
I took it down.
Whenever you were away, Kerry was just saying how his music videos are a lot better than yours.
Always. That's what I shoot for. How can I beat Carrie today? Very easy. Just make a video. Carrie's been putting out a lot of stuff. A lot of songs.
Yeah,
Some of
he's
them are
been,
really good. Some of them I like, you know. Others not so much, but you know.
yeah. Well, I said before, I never. I'm not big on his
Yeah.
scream voice or whatever you'd call it, but some of that stuff he does, I really like it.
Yeah, some of it goes good. Yeah, yeah. I let him know when I like it.
I always drop likes. I don't always comment, but I drop likes.
Right.
Try to feed the algorithm a little bit so they'll get out there to more people. You know, the thing is, I'm not a big country fan, Terry, but I always thought you had a good country voice.
Yeah. Also, if I don't know if he's kind of doing it more jokingly or it seems like you know how Carrie is. I think if he does a little bit more serious, he could do a little better. Or I don't know, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, is that your problem? Is that what you? Someone touched you? That's why he screams the way he does. Don't touch me.
I'm always scared when I'll see he's doing a song that I really like.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm afraid of tuning in and it's like, there's no heaven. It's easy if you try.
Yeah, he
And then
just
I'm gonna
ruined
have
it.
to drive down to Kentucky and strangle him.
Yeah. I knew I forgot something. My bottle of water, I left it upstairs. Oh well.
Mm. You talked to the killer lately?
Yeah, he sang at the university. He didn't go to university. He just sang over there.
Mm.
I didn't know they had a university #2. You gotta have talent though to be in them shows, Curry. I can't do them, man. That's not my thing, man. I have people just staring at me, standing up there. I freeze up.
I'd be able to if I could sing. Because I
Yeah.
never had any trouble going up and speaking in front of 1,000 people.
I mean, you get used to it. You know, you start off, but yeah, I'm not a singer either. So
Well, you know, the funny thing about me is, and I know people always think I'm lying, but I'm basically an introvert. Like, I don't like like big parties with people I don't know and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But you put me up on a stage. You know, I used to do plays, some in college and that, or just to go up there and be like a public speaker. Somehow I can do that with no trouble at all.
Right.
I think it's because you can kind of forget that you're talking to people. Like if you're in a party, you're actually interacting one-on-one. If you're up there at a stage or a podium, it's kind of like, I don't know, it's hard to explain the way it works in my head.
Yeah, we don't want to go into your head.
No, it gets pretty weird when you get in between these two ears.
Yeah. I don't think you're an introvert. I just think you don't like people. That's all. Certain people,
Well, there's
is
that.
most-
Yeah.
which is most people, but just saying.
I actually, over the last few years, I've gotten better at like small talk and that. I was never any good at that, you know. Oh, so, where do you work? You know,
Are we talking
I mean,
about
I've sung in churches, Gary. People usually turned around and went, "Could you just mouth the words?" But you know, I've sang in churches.
Yeah.
I always remember back when I used to go to church. One time we were at a Boy Scout camp. And on Sunday we walked down, there was a Catholic church down the road. And I remember the priest there saying about everybody singing along. He said, I don't have a good voice, but I figure God gave me this voice, so I'm going to make them listen to it every week.
Right. No, I've
Ladies down there using big words just to confuse Carrie.
Yeah, I've sang with, like in a choir with the rest of the kids, stuff like that. But like giving me the lead or whatever, no, that's not happening, bro.
No,
Man.
the one college play I did, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
It was one of the bigger roles, not the lead, but it was a bigger role. But they decided to give my song, my solo, to another guy. They changed the script a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. All right. You can act, but you can't sing. So song goes to somebody else. Believe me, I've heard some horrible singers in church. I don't have a problem with it, especially if they're doing it for the right reasons. But you see some young people and they go up there and they're like, I don't think they can. I don't know if they don't hear themselves or they just can't follow the tune or something's off, because this is just not good. There's a person upstairs that sings all the time and she's like completely off the beat. I'm like, dude, you got to keep up with the damn song. You know how people clap and they all clap together and then that one person claps after everyone? That's her. It's just like, I'm looking at her like, you're really off, You're about 2 seconds behind.
There's there's sometimes I actually can sing pretty good, but I have to stick like right in that, the correct, whatever it's called, octave or whatever. But usually I'll go a little ways and then I'll kind of go off. But as Randy Jackson used to say on, I forget which one that was, American Idol, maybe.
Whatever. Not America's Got Talent.
Look,
Is it?
Yeah, I think it was Idol. It was like
American Idol. That's what it is.
Little pitchy dude. That would be me. Like I'd lose the pitch.
Yeah.
Hey, if you want to pitch, you go to the major leagues. If you want to sing,
Yeah.
use the pitch.
That's something else I can't do. I just saw somebody throwing out the first first ball at a ball game, and I was like, boy, I'm glad I never got famous because they'd ask me to do that, and I'd probably I just never had a good arm, you know.
Yeah. Oh, I could throw. I was good at throwing. Yeah, Carrie, I don't know anything about the keys or he's a bass singer or whatever Muxa was saying earlier, different octaves or whatever. I don't know nothing about the music stuff. I'm lost when it
There
comes
was
to
a
that
guy.
topic.
There was a guy
tenor,
that
right,
was
or whatever they're
yeah,
all called. Yeah.
baritone, tenor, baritone, bass. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, there was a guy that was in Harry Chapin's band. I might have to do just a short video on him. Like he had, I think they said, and this might make sense to Carrie, but it was like an 8-octave range. He could do this really low bass. It was like, well, I remember one of the songs they did was 30 pounds of bananas, and he'd do this, oh, bananas, like this. But then he'd also do this like soprano voice. It
Yeah.
was just amazing, his range.
Yeah, some people got talent, man.
Yeah, man, I'll tell you, if I could sing, I think I would have been happy being one of those guys with like a rusty van and a guitar and just traveling around to the cities and busking on the streets.
Yeah. My nephew does that.
This friend of mine in town, her nephew's in John Legend's band.
Oh, cool. Yeah, John's good. Yeah, my nephew plays guitar. If you see him out there, yeah, he looks homeless. He's not homeless though, but he just looks homeless. It's his thing. I don't know. And he'll sit there with the homeless too, chill with them. He's a different type of guy. Yeah, we don't hold it against you, Carrie. I grew up the same way.
With some of the family being successful.
Pentecostal. Hey, Jimmy Swagger died.
Oh, does that say? I thought it said. See, I have to lean forward to read.
Oh yeah.
When I'm back here, it's all kind of blurry, and I thought he said some of his family were professionals.
No, Pentecostal. That's talking about the singing in the church stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty far over on the conservative end, aren't they?
I guess they are. I don't deal with them. I don't have nothing against them. It's just I can't agree with most of what they believe. So, I mean, it's not my place to tell them not to believe or not believe. It's just not for me.
Yeah, that's
not my
where
thing.
I am.
It's not my thing, so I just don't. I don't deal with them. That's all. I don't have nothing against them.
See, that's the kind of song sometimes, Carrie, that I can carry for a while and then I'll lose it.
Yeah.
But I have to stay low on it, like swing low, sweet chariot. Except my voice in my throat is kind of raggedy right now. I always like those old Negro spirituals.
Yeah. Isn't that one of them?
Yeah. Yeah, I can remember. You know, it's funny. I can remember. Oh, Amazing Grace. That's a great one. Um, but in high school, just be out cruising around, and for some reason, that's one of the songs we'd be singing. Is these high school guys riding down the road going, "Swing low, sweet chariot." You know,
Kerry, we're talking about something else. You're talking about Def Leppard. Anytime I hear that song, Muxter, all I can think of is some slavery movie that I seen or whatever. I don't know what it was that they sang that in.
yeah, yeah. That's the kind of song they'd show them, like the Chain Gang singing.
Yeah. Isn't that a Redford movie where they're is he the guy that runs the jail? I'm trying to think of that movie. He did a good movie. It's an older one.
I think it was Brubaker.
Brubeck, yeah, that's it. Wasn't he the warden or
Yeah,
something?
I think he was the warden. Yeah.
Yeah. And he had the guys on the chains and he had them working out there, digging ditches and stuff. Yeah.
Well, there's another one that it always makes me think of a guy sitting in a jail cell singing it, and I can't think of because it wasn't Rockaway. Was that? No,
Yeah, you're right, Kerry. The hymnal one, yeah.
wasn't Nobody Knows the Troubles I've Seen. What is the one that
Doritos. Yeah.
the trouble I've seen? Oh man.
Is the name of the song Jailhouse Rock?
That was Elvis
Elvis.
Presley.
Is that the name of the song though? Or I thought it was a
Yeah.
Okay. Now that was in a movie, right? Because there's like a video of it.
Yeah, he actually did a movie where
Yeah.
I think he ends up in jail. I don't know if I ever
Right.
actually saw it, but
Yeah, I've seen it. I think he did like 33 movies, Muxter. He did a lot of movies, man.
yeah.
We kind of lost Elvis for a while when he started doing the movies. Because he made songs. He made songs for those movies, but I think he could have made better music if he wasn't making movies. Yeah, there's a lot of good old songs in the hymnals there. I can't remember. I have a book here somewhere. The problem is that a lot of folks, when you go to churches, they only want to sing from it, and that's fine. But you got young people that don't want to. They really don't like that music. But that music was for its time, and now we're in a different time. You can actually make new. These people act like that's the only music that you can sing. You can't sing anything else. But that just was contemporary for its time. That's all
Yeah.
it was.
I know that's a lot of times when they're like, "Oh, we can't be singing this modern music and stuff." And it's like, in his day, Mozart was considered like a rebel rocker.
Right. Right.
a lot of that music when it first came out, people were like, "Oh, who wants to listen to this new crap?"
That's it. That's how it is with all these generations, though, right?
Yeah,
Say, music sucks now. They don't know how to. When we were young, they were real writers, real singers, no auto tune, none of that. They're still great. Listen, there's just as great music today as there was 100 years ago, and the voices are all the same, and they're all great. Yeah, they use AI and they use computers and stuff to make sound, but there's still people out there that can really sing, man.
well, I mean, you know, everybody's sort of your favorite is usually like what was big when you were in high school or something.
Right.
You know, that was your
Right.
music. But I mean, if you really like went back and looked, there was a lot of crap then too. You know,
Oh yeah,
there's
always.
always crap.
Yeah. I mean, shit. There's all kind of crappy songs, huh? And they were hits, right? They're
Yeah.
garbage songs.
Oh yeah. I was just having a discussion with someone a couple of weeks ago about, and I said, I am always careful. I don't like to say things like, "Oh, music today," because people have been saying that. You know, back in ancient Greece, there were people sitting around, "Oh, these kids today, they don't know, what a
Right.
real couplet is or whatever." It's like, and that really, I anywhere from like the '60s today, there's music I like. I wasn't real wild about most of the '50s.
Oh, I like a lot of the '50s stuff. I like
Yeah, I
that
like
sound.
some of it, but
It could
I like
become
that.
kind of it's kind of like listening to country music. Sometimes a lot of it all sounds the same. You kind of get sick of it when you start listening to it.
Well, that's the way I am with like. There's a lot of music I can listen to. Some of just about anything except death metal. I can't listen to that very much, but you know, country, rap, whatever, I can listen to it some, but I can't, like, I wouldn't want to go to a 2-hour concert.
Right.
And like, I was trying to think of what's called the doo-wop music from the '50s. You know, that stuff
Yeah.
where you'd see the guys on the street corner. I like that stuff.
Shoo-doo-be-doo,
Yeah.
shoo-doo-be-doo. Yeah. It's kind of like the Temptations, I got sunshine.
Yeah.
That type of, you can sing that on a street corner. You don't even have to have
Yeah.
music. Just have the guys just, backing you up.
That song, it's funny you brought that one up because my one nephew, he used to come down and from up in New York, he used to come down. He'd stay with us for at least a month or so in the summertime. And at one time he was down, she was working nights, taking care of this guy. I used to have to go and pick her up every night. It was like 5 miles away. And me and my nephew would be going to get her. And we always sang that song in the car. He was just like 4 or 5 years old at the time. And it was like,
yeah.
I've got sunshine on a cloudy day. And we'd get to the, I'd point to him and he'd go, "My girl."
Yeah. Yeah, that one will never get old. That'll always be a good song.
Oh, yeah.
There's just songs that can last forever. They just
Yeah, a lot of Motown
they're
is
good.
timeless.
Yeah. I mean, you can tell the type of music it is in its era, but it's just a great song. You know what I mean?
It's a Saturday night and I ain't got no money. Ain't got no money. I got some money because I just got paid. Oh, no, you're doing a different one. Saturday night. Yeah, that was is that Bay City Rollers?
I know the song, but I don't know who sings it. Yeah.
I saw a guy doing a street quiz. He gave people like it was like $5 for each song they could name, and every song he played, I recognized it, but I usually couldn't think of like in time, to think of Billy Joel or whatever. Couldn't remember who did it.
Yeah, I'm just looking up some of my songs here. I got a lot of Spanish songs I made too.
I noticed you had some Spanish ones.
Yeah.
It's funny, a lot of them, they sound really cool even without knowing what. Although some of them, it's like, it's kind of fun to, like you'll hear a word like, casa or something, and it's like, oh, okay. He just said house,
All right. If you read my if you read the description, you should be all my Spanish songs I've been putting in the description. It'll be in English. You should know what the song is in the description. Yeah.
Oh yeah. RESPECT. That was Aretha, right?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Terry says about his mom singing that. I probably told you before, but that where I worked in college, there was that graphic artist that worked like in that same area, and I'd be walking past her easel, and the one time I was walking by and she was sitting there singing, "Who's your little who's it? Who's your turtle dove?" And as I got to her, I went, "Who's your little who's it? Who do you love?" And she like stopped and she like looked at me shocked and she goes, "How do you know that song?" And I was like, "I don't know. I just know shit." That was a song her mother used to sing in the kitchen all the time when she'd be cooking or doing dishes, and then she thought it was just a nonsense song that her mother made up.
Right.
It was actually it was an old song from like the 30s, but it just like, I kind of freaked her out there for a minute. How does he know my mother's song? She's the same one. I always remember walking by the one time. There was an old song, obviously, because this was, like 1974 or whatever. It was called Amy by the Pure Prairie League. And it was like, "Amy, what you gonna do? I think I could stay with you for a while, maybe longer if I do."
Yeah.
I was walking by the one time and she was singing, "Hey me, what you gonna do?" And I was like, "Did you say hey me?" She's like, "Yeah, that's a song that's on." I said, No. It's
Right.
Amy. Amy.
You'd be
She's like, "Oh,
surprised
that
if
makes
people
more
come up with.
sense."
You would be surprised
I'm-
what people come up with. Yeah, there's videos out there on what people singing songs.
Oh.
Everyone's been singing it this way, and it's not. They're saying it wrong. Yeah.
Well, when the internet was still new, when like all the websites were still just like HTML and stuff, I remember there was a site called "Excuse Me While I Kiss This Guy," and it had a bunch of those, and that was for Jimi Hendrix. Or "Excuse me while I kiss the sky," da 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 da. But so yeah, and there was like just a whole bunch. I think people would send in like songs they had misheard. Well, I think I played a little while ago, and I think you said you'd seen the guy before. There's that one British comedian.
Yeah,
He'll play these
that's
songs and show.
Yeah.
Yeah. And after you see when he shows the word, it's like, oh my God, it does sound like that's what they're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe got her blue jeans on song.
Well, I don't know that Older Women Are Beautiful Lovers one. I remember, who was it that used to sing When You're in Love with? Oh, I think that was Dr. Hook. When You're in Love with a Beautiful Woman. Yeah.
Oh, it could be Dr. Hook. Yeah, that's a good song, man.
Yep, that's the one. Yeah, I can't remember what the words are after.
I'm
When
in
you're
love
in love with a beautiful woman. Yeah, da da da. I can't think of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Dr. Hook had a lot of good songs.
Yeah, it's funny because the first thing everybody always thinks of for them is the cover of the Rolling Stone, which was like a kind of a comedy type song. But then they had a bunch of those ones like that were really.
Yeah, they had some weird songs, and then they had yeah.
Yeah. Like Sylvia's Mother, I always like that one, where he's on a payphone, and Sylvia's mother won't put Sylvia on the phone.
Right.
Sylvia's mother said, Sylvia's crying, I think, something like that.
Yeah.
Then-
if you look up the Midnight Special, Dr. Hook's on there. They got a couple songs they got on there, yeah.
I remember a while back I saw it was the first episode of Midnight Special, and I remember I used to watch that every Friday night, I think it was on. But man, I hadn't realized when I saw the lineup for their very first night, it was like packed full of the biggest names at the time.
Yeah. They had all the best acts. Mr. Kerry, go look up what that song is about. The Electric Slide.
Oh yeah. I said you had a beautiful body. Would you hold it against me?
Let's see if I made a video to this song that I got. I think you'll like it, but I don't know.
When Finkel was showing his bike ride down the trail, I was sitting here thinking, I think I can do something with this video. I'm just not quite sure what.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of it. I was like, I am not watching this man just ride his damn bike.
I was thinking that one AI site that I was messing with for a while. Well, it's kind of like, how, what's that guy's name? Benjamin something. For a while, he was doing a bunch of those videos where he'd do like a video about Todd, and it would sound like Todd's voice.
Okay.
And that one AI I was messing with, you were supposed to be able to do that. And as I was watching that video, I thought it would be cool if I could, because you put in a sample of a person's voice, and then, if you could do then like dialogue, and I was just picturing doing that bike ride and him like on, wait, watch out for that tree or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Guess I don't have that song.
Milli Vanilli.
I actually like a lot of the Milli Vanilli songs.
Yeah. They didn't sing them, but
Yeah, well, somebody sang them. They were good.
you know, I remember they changed the rules at the Grammys after the year that Milli Vanilli performed on there.
They wanted them to do lives. Yeah.
Yeah.
City lights burn, but my heart feels colder. Scrolling through ghosts that I can't get over. It's wild what lust.
Okay, I did make a video, but it's just not gonna go with the song.
Yeah. You know, a lot, if not almost all, performers lip sync their live shows, but you know, a lot of them they're lip syncing to themselves. It's just that when you get any of those ones who are like a lot of dancing and stuff, it's hard to be able to sing the song and also be dancing.
Yeah, let me play you this song. I'm gonna bring this down.
It's funny, this ocean scene. I just threw that on real quick when Finkel first came back from his StreamYard not working for a while.
Yeah.
And I thought, we need some kind of background. I just grabbed something quick and had it ever since.
Is
Geez,
it up
that was
on
back
the
in
screen?
January.
Is the thing up there or no?
No, I was just leaning forward to grab it.
Yeah, put it up there for me.
Yep.
All right.
I see butterflies.
Yeah, Wicked Love is called. Make sure this volume's up. Yeah. Are you gonna play?
No, are the butterflies supposed to be full screen?
Yeah, you don't have to. There's nothing to see. Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Okay.
City's burn, but my heart feels colder. Scrolling through ghosts that I can't get over. It's wild what us can make a man move. I'm standing here back at your door. I never thought I'd get so deep in you. Never thought I'd lose all sense of truth. Slow the never go. Left your perfume in my soul. Your words felt like a lullaby. Now they echo like the light. Never thought I'd see the day where I'd be begging fate to look away. You got my heart in despair, and you're acting like you were no, I can't fall again. This world don't heal, just pretend. No, I won't call again.
Let the silence be the end. What a wicked love we made. Now I feel erased. No less than a grave. Just fade away. What a sad thing to do. Made me fall for you. Now I'm drowning in the flame. I don't wanna play your wicked game. I gave you pieces, gave you masks. Told me it's real and you left me glass. My love, just smoking flash. But I still see you when the past comes back. No,
That is Wicked Love.
It was wicked good, man.
Yeah, I try to make different sounds, you know. I just couldn't get the video to match with the. I was using the AI and it did something crazy. But
Yeah, I did notice you've been doing a lot of. There's like a lot of variety.
yeah. So that song comes from Wicked Games. You know, I'm trying to think of the name of the damn group.
Yeah.
You know, just take these broken wings and let us fly again. That song, that's what that song comes from.
Yeah.
I know it don't sound nothing like it, but that's the idea comes from that.
The,
And try to
the
make the same damn
inspiration.
song. Yeah. Yeah, I got a lot of songs I got to put out. It's just getting to all of them. And I make so many, like, I probably made 40, 50 songs yesterday. It's either I had to go back and dig up the other ones. I forget to mark them that I like them and put them in the playlist or what have you. Sometimes I just forget about them.
I haven't messed with any songs in a long time.
Yeah. I got some cool ones. I got a couple new ones for Northwoods and Mountain Girl. I try to make them a bunch of music because they were playing a lot of like copyright music and they were getting strikes and shit. You know, the shit gets taken down. If they get a bunch of music that they can play, then they don't have to play these. So what he's been doing lately is like playing these like mashups it's the same song, but they changed it, you know, different tune or whatever. That way they can play it. But
Yeah. I always was surprised when I'd go in, they'd be playing a lot of popular songs and stuff. And
Yeah.
I wondered how they were getting away with it. I guess they weren't. Huh?
he still does it. I don't know. I have no idea, man.
I noticed they play a lot of like really hard rock type of stuff, and usually like I want to just like relax.
Yeah. Yeah, he plays a lot of rock. He plays a little bit of everything. That's what he likes. I guess that's what they like.
Oh yeah, I mean that's you do what you want, you know.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is, man. I don't uh I make them songs. I tell them if you like it, you play it. If you don't like it, you don't have to play it. And don't play it because I gave it to you. You know what I mean? Play it because you like it. And I make them songs about weed, man, because that's they all smoke weed over there. I don't even smoke, man. I don't drink and I don't smoke, man.
That's another thing too. A lot of times I'll go in and it's like, and they are talking and it's all about weed, and I'm thinking, well, I've got nothing for this conversation.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. All depends what they're. If sometimes they'll play a lot of music. I'll hang out for the music, but then sometimes then he's got a couple
Well, that's what
people
it's mostly.
that I don't like, and that's what it is, So I just
Well,
leave.
that's what.
I don't have to.
There's that one guy. I haven't seen him much lately when I look in, but his name was like Mad Daddy,
Yeah,
and I couldn't stand him at all.
yeah.
He was just always yelling about something.
Yeah. There's a couple of them.
But-
Well, whatever, man. Again, those are his guests. I mean, he can have whoever he wants.
Yeah.
I don't, I don't tell people not to, don't have Carrie on your show because I don't like him.
Well, I can remember.
If you want Carrie on your show, put Carrie. I mean, I would never put Carrie on my show. Just saying.
I remember some people back upon the time who were criticizing us for having Jerry on.
Yeah.
Why are they even giving him a platform? And I was like, fuck you. This is our show.
Yeah, I mean, shit. You guys let Chris come up. What the heck,
Yeah.
Another talker. Yeah, if Chris had something to talk about, but it's always about him. That's the thing.
That one time I tuned in, and I was sitting backstage, but my connection wasn't good enough to actually come up. And I had to keep leaving too because my connection was so wobbly, but I complimented Frico afterwards. I said, from what I saw, I was amazed. Chris actually stuck to the subject of your show.
Yeah, I seen that one. Yeah. Yeah, he was probably, anxious to say, but I can't talk about this because,
This is like the time that
I don't have nothing against it. I like the guy. I don't have, but it's just sometimes it's just you're like, what?
That's the same way I am. I like him personally, but he drives me nuts.
Yeah. I've always liked Jerry. Jerry's a talker, though. Jerry's a talker.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Do we still have Jerry? Jerry, did they deport him? What happened, bro? What's up with Jerry?
I don't know. I don't think. Haven't seen him in a long time.
Yeah, it's been.
I was going to say, one thing though, you can't really judge people by Muckster saying, "Oh, that guy drives me nuts," because
Yeah, what you like and what I like are two different things. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody annoys me.
There's plenty of popular channels out there that I know you don't watch because you don't like it. You know what I mean? But other people like it, so it's there's a place for everyone. There's an avenue you can go to that you'll probably fit right in there.
Well, that's what. Yeah, a lot of times you might tune into something and you think, "Well, this sucks," and then you look and the guy's got like 100,000 subscribers and he's got 200 people watching at the time, and it's like, well, who am I to judge?
That's right. I mean, we're still gonna judge him, right? But still sucks.
I still a lot of times, we were just getting a good thing going back, in the day. before we were led astray.
Right.
I kind of like the, we had that, never really wanted to get big, but we had that like regular group of maybe 25 to 30 people
Oh, yeah,
every
yeah.
night.
Yeah. Listen, we appreciate all the people that come in,
Well, not
especially the ones
Carrie,
that
but
always come. But I mean, if you're here, you're here,
yeah,
Unless you're gonna be a dick, then that's different. Then you're gonna have to talk to the tyrant. But
one of the things I don't like, even if it's happening in chat, once somebody becomes, what I start thinking of as like one of our people, if someone comes into chat and starts like attacking Carrie, it's like, no.
that's our
Sorry.
job. Yeah.
Yep.
Only
Yep,
we make fun of
nobody-
Carrie. That's right.
That's right.
First rule of Fight Club: no one messes with Carrie but us. That's it. It's like your brother, right? You pick on your brother.
Yep.
Anybody else picks on him, then it's a problem.
Yep. I even protected Wyatt that one night because, Wyatt comes, he doesn't cause any trouble here or anything.
No.
When we first met Wyatt, it was a little shaky. He was still the big Wrangler fan and stuff. But
Right.
it's like, don't bring outside shit into our,
Right. Yeah, I'm not, Finkel does his thing and he talks about some things that I don't care for or whatever. But let's say he's shitting on Trump, right? For a half hour. You think I'm going to jump in here and say, hey, did you see that there's a new channel on? I'm not going to do that, bro. That's wrong, bro. It's just, he's doing his thing. I don't like it. I don't have to like it. And just let him do it. I mean, when I came up, he was talking political stuff. I just wanted to say hello. That's all. I ain't seen y'all in a while.
Yeah, he's been heavier on the political even more than I can stand to listen to all the time. But yeah,
I see it different than you guys, though. That's the thing. You guys don't see what I see. I see both sides as the same. They're both not no good. They all at the end they want the same shit. They just want to go about it different, but both sides suck, bro. They really do. They're not really looking out for the people. Yeah, and I'm not saying that they don't get shit done. They all do something. Some of them do worse things than others too, but whatever.
I'm staring at the screen and I'm wondering, do you think this is a real fireworks display or was this like an AI thing?
I think it's AI.
Yeah, because the more I looked at it, I thought that just seems.
Yeah.
Plus, this goes on for so long. Yeah.
One of the clips that I have in my little video there for the 4th of July, I can tell it's AI. It's not, but it's one of the clips that they give you for free there in Adobe. So.
I know I've seen a lot of times I'll come across shorts and there'll be stuff and right off it's like I was like, this is AI, and I'll look at some of the comments and people will be going, oh, this is amazing, I'm thinking, yeah, it's amazing because it was all created You know, that
Yeah.
they're not, but I keep thinking, another couple years, I won't be able to recognize them.
Oh, let me tell you, there's some good shit out there. You won't. That's the thing. They can trick anyone. They'll play a video and you think it's them. You think it's their voice and everything. It's not even them.
Yeah.
That's when it gets scary. Because then, AI is great and it could be used for good things, but it could also be used for a lot of bad things at the same time. Well, you see what you do, Carrie, is you spit that hay out. You'll be okay. You don't have 3 stomachs, so you ain't going to be able to eat that. So this is bear been coming up in here, and my neighbor puts his garbage outside. I don't know why, but some weeks ago, in between our houses, there was a garbage bag. It was not really torn open, but it got dragged down, and he must have got scared. Probably the dog startled him. And I can hear, a couple nights ago, I could hear the dog just going crazy. My neighbor's dog, because he puts him out on his porch. That's what I do. But anyways, the bear can't get to my dog at all. There's no stairs or anything. My thing is made out of cinder block. He can't even climb up it. But that dog was going and going. And then the next day, Rick tells me, there's a whole bag of garbage all the way in the back. It was torn open. It's all over the place. I said, look, I didn't see it. But that's what it is. That damn bear. They keep putting shit out there. It's not the first time. And he always got to drag it into my yard, man. Doesn't matter what house he gets it from. He comes right back here on the back of my house.
I picture Ricky being like, there was an old lady used to live outside of town. Bear come up to her back porch and she'd go out there with a broom.
Yeah.
You get out of here. You get out of here. And she, as opposed to Ricky, she had like an old Russian accent. Yeah.
I'll tell you what. My neighbor's got this new dog, and he is freaking ginormous. Some kind of mastiff or whatever it's called. I hadn't seen him. Oh, this is cute. So I'm out in the back with my dog, Yankee. This dog only weighs 18 pounds, a little tiny dog. This dog started coming running over here, man. I turned around. I heard the deep growl or whatever. I turned around. I saw him. He was in my neighbor's yard, my next door neighbor. He's 2 houses over. And I turned around. I said, stop. I put my hand up. I said, stop. I said, no. I was getting ready to pick my dog up and throw him over. There's a fence there where my neighbor had her horses. I was going to throw my dog into that yard over there because I was standing right next to it. If he would have come, he killed that damn dog. So he come a second time. He come like 10, 15 more feet. And then the lady come running over, yelling for him. He listened to her. He turned around. But he's been out there a couple times, and he's scared the shit out of Ricky because she'll walk out there, and she's like, "Yeah, there's a dog," and I told her, "Stop being a little pussy, man. That dog ain't gonna do nothing." Then I seen the dog. That's not their regular dog. This is a new dog. Holy crap, is that dog giant, man?
My one uncle used to have a dog. It was Saint Bernard, but I don't know what else it was mixed with. We always thought horse. That was the biggest dog I ever saw. It would come up to like my chest, and it used to chase bears out of his yard all the time and stuff.
Yeah.
Of course, black bears, unless it's a mother with cubs, they're usually not that aggressive.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just the barking. Dogs can run off bears and shit like that. But this dog is big, and let me tell you, man, he's big and heavy. He's thick
Yeah.
and he's tall. Like, if he gets a hold of my dog, that's it. He's over. He's done. I mean, he'd do me a favor, but I don't want the little guy to go yet. Not that way. And he didn't even. If my dog would have seen that dog, he would have turned around and wanted to go. He'd start crying and want to go over there and
Play
play.
with
I'm like, no, not happening, buddy. You want to play. He does not want to play.
It's funny, every once in a while, the fireworks outside my window, the bangs and that match up with the ones on the screen.
Oh, yeah. See, and then my neighbor that's directly across from me, the old man there, he's got a big old black lab. He lets the dog loose. I don't give a shit. And I don't say nothing. He's not supposed to let that dog loose. We've had troubles out here before, and they call the cops, not on me, but for other things. But yeah, it's not. It's okay that he can do it, but no one else. But I don't care either way. And the dog's a good dog. I talk to him, and if I call him, he'll come over to me, and I can grab him by his leash and take him back. It's not a problem. I don't think that other dog's gonna mess with him. He's a good sized black lab, but he's thick, man. Let me tell you.
I always liked labs.
Yeah,
Good dogs.
strong dog too. He just wants to come over and take a dump in my yard, which is fine, but just do it in the back, buddy. Don't do it in the front. But just don't do it where I walk.
I think we'll be reporting to work soon.
Yeah. I'm going to be getting out of here pretty soon. I had to get up early. I got some people coming.
Tomorrow's Saturday.
Huh? I got people coming
So
over
tomorrow's, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been on for 3 hours. And Carrie's all worried about what women are doing.
Yeah.
What women what? How the hell are we supposed to know?
That's right. Yeah, I put it in the private there.
Yeah, so
Yeah. Yeah, I have a full house. Carrie, you can't work one phone, you're gonna work two.
And probably one of the best pieces of advice I ever gave to a guy. I forget exactly what it was he was saying about his, I think it was a girlfriend, and I said, just apologize. And he said, for what? I said, it does not matter.
That's right.
Just admit you were wrong.
Ain't no winning. What'd I do? I did something to Rick this morning. She threw some water in my face. She said, keep it up. You're going to get some more. Like, damn, I get no respect. She said, you started it, not me. I will end it. The model's not here. He'll be back at 12.
Modding.
Yeah, I know.
Carrie.
Is it Carrie or is it Sherry?
Yeah, it was Sherry. Sherry, baby. No, there was a, hey, Carrie Ann.
Have you watched Jersey Boys or no?
No, I meant to.
Oh, dude, you need to watch that, bro. Excellent movie.
Okay, I'll have to get it. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
I
we could do.
remember I was meaning to, but yeah, I didn't.
I thought maybe you've seen it. You know, Eastwood directed that, I believe.
What was it?
Yeah, I think that's an Eastwood movie.
Hey, maybe if I can manage to show Ballerina Monday night, we can do another one on Tuesday night.
Yeah. I actually liked it because it's not a musical. Yeah, the songs are in the movie and stuff, but it's not a.
They're not singing their what's the word I want? Dialogue.
right.
They have the music, but it's not a musical.
Not Grease or you're right. It's not like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know what the movie was about. I thought it was like some mafia movie or some shit. And as soon as I put it on, I already knew 5 minutes to the movie. Oh yeah, I like these guys.
Yeah, they did great harmonies.
Yeah, a lot of good songs. So you know, Frankie Valli, you know, that voice of his, and
Yeah.
the way that he bring his voice up so high. There's like the one guy in the group that I think he plays piano. He's the one that writes all the damn hit songs in that group, man. He's really good. Frankie was he was the lead. They all sang,
Yeah.
but Frankie was their lead singer, you know.
Juden is German for Jews or Jewish. I don't think they use it as a what's the word I want? Quick.
Cool, nerdy.
I don't think they'd use it derogatory. I mean, you can use anything derogatorially, but I think just on its own, it's just descriptive. It's the same as saying Jewish.
I never heard Juden before. I didn't know that was.
Well, that's from me watching World War II movies.
Yeah.
Crickets bring out a new AI.
Yeah, it's the machine that cuts out all the stuff for your prints and all that. They're gonna be using the AI. I know how to make my own images. My wife actually designs all her. You should see some of the shit she does. She makes her own stuff. She won't go buy the stuff. They have stores like, digital stores. You can buy a design and make a little box or something. My wife will sit down and draw all that shit out and make it and put it in there and have the machine cut it all out for her. It's pretty cool. It takes her forever to do it. She likes doing that stuff. Usually you buy something, it only comes a certain size or just one style. She may want something different in it, so she makes her own stuff.
I think I might have told you before, a guy I knew in college that amazed me. He could take, he wasn't like, I don't know if you'd want to call him an artist, because I never saw him do like original paintings or whatever.
Yeah.
But technically, if you had some kind of a picture or a design, and say it was like a little 3x5 thing, and you'd say to him, could you make this like 6x8? I want to put it on my report. He could sit there and do it freehand.
Yeah.
And make it, and he could do the opposite too, to take something bigger and make it smaller.
Yeah.
And he didn't use any kind of rulers or anything, but he just, it was basically like a kind of thing you would do with AI now, but he just did it freehand.
Yeah, people got talent. I had a friend of mine. He was an artist too. He could draw. Dude, he could draw anything, man. Your mind's eye has to have a way of seeing that to put it down.
Yeah.
You think you know stuff, but you really don't know what things really look like. Because when you see what artists can do and all the detailed stuff they put in there, like, I would have never thought of doing this way. It's just the way your eye sees things, man. And your brain just takes that information in and puts it back down into your fingers to, okay, you got to go up here, down here, dark over here or whatever.
Well, that's like, what's amazing is you'll see those people who will do like 3D stuff like on a sidewalk.
Yeah.
And it'll like look like there's a set of stairs going down, something like that,
Right. It'll look like there's water and all that, and
yeah,
it's pretty cool. So now that you say that, have you seen that video where that Karen comes with the hose and the little girls out there with the?
Yeah.
She's got the little girl crying. What a bitch, man.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure it's in the girl's own driveway.
Okay, well, it's just gonna rain and go away, but what the heck, man? Why would you do that to a child? We're talking about a child. This wasn't a teenager, or this was a little kid, man.
I know. I saw that and I thought, man, if that was my daughter or my niece or something, and I was in the house and saw that lady would be getting unloaded on. I did like though the girl picked up the hose and sprayed her.
Do you not have anything else better to do than to harass this child and just look at the way you're making her cry?
Hey, we one time I think it was during our summer program. We used to have summer program for the kids at the library, you know, and we do. Well, I say we. I didn't have anything to do with it except, you know, write checks. But
Yeah.
one time, the lady who was doing it, they went out and did sidewalk art, and somebody from the borough bitched about it. Oh, you're
Oh.
defacing, you know, you're defacing public property. It's like,
Right.
it's gonna be gone the next time it rains.
Right.
What are you worried about? Let kids have fun.
Yeah, nerdy. It
No
was the
video.
complex. Yeah.
Video I like. I'm sure you've probably seen it. It's been around for a while. Is that what it was in Apartment?
Yeah.
Where the guy, you know, his the Ring camera or whatever showed where every time that one little kid would be going by the house, would be out walking with his mother or whatever, and the kid would always go up and do a loop through the guy's driveway.
Yeah.
Did you ever see? And then the guy went out the one night, and he drew like a racetrack for the kid with
Oh.
loops and everything.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. And it shows like over time, it was like all kind of people coming there. Then all these kids coming on their bikes and even adults and that coming up and going through his little
Yeah.
course there. But you know, it's like you compare that to the lady bitching about the sidewalk chalk,
Right.
because you could see there would be people who'd go, "What's this kid doing right on my driveway?" Yeah, you know, and it's like it could possibly hurt anything. And
Right.
so the guy
You know-
just made the little fun thing for it.
Yeah. When my neighbors moved in with all those kids next door, you know, one of the first things that they were like, hey, you know, we got all these kids. If our ball goes over into your yard, or is it okay for them? I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna yell at your kid because he's in my yard. I'm gonna yell at him if he's breaking my windows. You know, that's about it. Or
Yeah.
I'm not gonna yell at him just because he came over into my yard, man. I'm not a little kid, man.
Yeah, if they're out like fucking with your dog or something.
Yeah, it's different, man.
Yeah,
You know,
if they're just out there having fun.
she texted me the other day, and I didn't even know. She was like, "Oh, sorry, my asshole kid doesn't know how to fly a drone. He flew it into your house." I was like, "Hey, yeah, no big deal, man.
Yeah.
So long as he didn't fly into the window, man, we're good.
Yeah,
What do I care? There's no damage."
well, I
She
know
probably
people
thought
can
she
be.
probably thought I heard it, but I didn't. And I was sitting down here. I could hear it because it's back here, but I didn't hear nothing.
I know some people can be assholes about stuff.
And those
Yeah,
kids,
the-
those kids, they're good kids. They're not. They're, you know, I know kids, and I know some bad kids. These kids aren't bad kids. It's different if, you know, they're asshole kids, but they're not.
Yeah, yeah, like you wouldn't want to live next door to Carrie.
Right. Trouble.
Now his kids are okay, but you wouldn't want to be next door to Carrie.
No, not next to Carrie. Carrie's the trouble.
Well, I tell you, whenever my niece was down for my brother's memorial, I just love her kids. They're great kids. So like polite and stuff, but also, you know, they're fun loving. And
Yeah.
it was funny because, you know, my niece is Mary and her husband is Joe. And we were sitting there at the kitchen table and I said, geez, I can't believe how polite your kids are. And Mary and Joe at the same time went, oh, we beat them.
Yeah. Yeah. There's some stuff going on, and with my granddaughter and these kids, you know, they kind of bully her, and I don't know if they. She got hit with something, busted her up, top of her head or her nose, whatever it was. And Rick's over there. Well, I don't know why they don't fight back, and because Rick would beat everybody up. And she was just a horrible person when she was young. She loved that shit. But you know, the mom told her, My kids are good kids. They're not bad kids. They're not. I don't teach my kids to fight and to do these things. They're just good kids, you know. She doesn't understand that.
Yeah.
She wants them, you know, she wants them to go out there and kick ass. And well, then you don't want them to become animals too. You know, you want them to be good, grow up to be good, responsible, you know, young people, not bullies or terrorists. You know, be a terror in your neighborhood. You know, you got those kids that they all gang up together and they just bully everybody down there.
Yeah.
I mean, they make their little groups, the little cliques.
That's another thing I was talking about not long ago with somebody is I was thinking about like back to my school days and high school days. And I can remember like elementary school there being like some bullying type stuff. But my screen went blank there for a second.
Yeah, you
Um,
froze. You froze for a little bit.
Like, you know, when you hear me,
you're freezing up.
I lose internet.
The thing kept
Yeah,
freezing up.
something
Yeah,
funny's going on there.
it's good now.
Oh, but I can't remember like, you know, the kind of bullying you see on movies and stuff, you know, with the group of kids stealing lunch money and stuff. And I don't know if it didn't actually go on, or if it's just that I wasn't somebody they were going to try to do that to. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I wasn't just aware of it.
Yeah, bullying will always be around. There'll always be bullies.
Oh yeah.
And some bullies were bullied and then they become bullies, you know. Don't make it right.
Yeah. I think a lot of them it's because I think a lot of them they get knocked around at home or something, and so then they go
Yeah.
out and it's like their way of trying to have control over their lives or something by going after littler kids. And
It's different though now, Carrie, because of the social media.
okay, nerdy.
It's not the same. It's not the same as when we were kids.
Oh yeah, that.
Listen, you can get your ass beat, but if you smack the shit out of your bully, you get a good punch or a nice smack in there, they're gonna think twice about, well, okay, well, I'm gonna go mess around with Jimmy over there because John over here, he fought back last time, and I didn't appreciate that smack. You ain't gonna win all your fights.
That was the thing
But
too.
if you
You know,
fight back,
going
you know,
back to the going back to that thing, and nobody beats up my little brother but me. That's the way, you know. I
yeah,
had two older brothers, and especially Rick, who was next oldest to me. You know, older kids wouldn't mess with me because of that too. And then by the time I was like hitting high school, it was like it wouldn't mess with me because of me, you know.
right.
Because by the time I was in 10th grade, I was as big as like the seniors. So
Yeah, I only got my brother one time because
but I still think of what was going on around me.
yeah,
Yep.
the kid that
The
was
screen's
bothering
gone
me,
again, it looks like.
yeah, the kid that was bothering me when I was little was my brother's age. It's the same, same grade and everything as my brother. I told my brother, listen, you need to go talk to so and so over here and tell him something, bro. He messing with the wrong one, and he's bigger than me. I can't whoop his ass, but and I never had any problems like with people. I got along basically with everybody.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean I didn't bully somebody, but we did this thing where we made fun of all, like, we were all like poor kids, but we all made fun of one another, man. Like, talk shit about your mama, your clothes, all kind of shit, man.
Oh yeah.
It's just a thing we did, man. I guess that's bullying too, but it could be. But we
Well, I
kinda
think it
enjoyed
depends on. Yeah. Yeah, because I think it's like the yo mama kind of stuff, and that it's when it's done in like a social way, it's not the same as just going up to some kid and saying, "Hey, your mother's a whore" or whatever. It's
like the black kids would come after us and like tell us all these things that Puerto Ricans were were you big boy, you beat eating, and then we would just do the same shit back to the you know how kids are, man. Some kids could just be cruel,
yeah.
but shit, we were having a good time while we was doing it. I mean, it wasn't like we're gonna have a fist fight, but just putting each other down, man. I don't know. I mean, sometimes it was.
That's the thing. I always said about it's one of those another one of those old people things where they'd say stuff like, "Oh, kids today are so sensitive," but that's the way like we grew up. It was like everybody was like an insult comedian. It was just the way we would say shit to people. You'd all your friends and that you'd make fun of their clothes or whatever. So I mean that was just the way we were. And I think there's a lot of people that they don't grow up that way and they don't understand that it's, you're not really,
Yeah, I guess it's different everywhere you go. Some kids are more sensitive than other kids, but it is what it is.
well, I know a lot of kids and adults, they just do not understand like sarcasm.
Oh, yeah.
They're very little. So anything you say, they think you mean exactly what you're
Right.
saying.
Right. Yeah. And I think that's why I like you, because you're very sarcastic, but people don't get it sometimes. They just don't understand what's going on. I love the sarcasm.
That's what I always, whenever I meet somebody who like understands me right off, it's like, okay,
Yeah.
we're friends.
All right. Well, I'm gonna get out of here, Monster. I'm gonna get up there,
Yeah,
get some sleep. I gotta
I
get up
think
early.
I think my internet is hinting that it's had enough for the night.
Yeah, hopefully you can get that straightened out.
Yeah, hey, We went almost 4 hours tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good, Carrie.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll see you later. See you, Carrie. I think Nerdy might still be listening.
Yeah. Y'all have a good night.
Thanks for being here. And just remember what old Granddad Muxter used to say. Finkel sucks.
Big time.